maintains the risk is low.
At the moment, there is no sign that we are seeing the start of a larger outbreak.
But it can take weeks for the hantavirus to show symptoms, so a Dutch hospital is going to quarantine 12 staff members for 42 days for mishandling a patient's blood and waste, potentially exposing them. 16 Americans taken off the ship are isolated at the University of Nebraska. One who tested positive is in a biocontainment unit. So is one of the two people taken to Atlanta because of mild symptoms. As for others who got off the ship earlier...
Right now, Georgia, Texas, Virginia, Arizona, California, New York, Maryland, and Nebraska are all monitoring people for potential symptoms.
That's Fox's Alex Hogan. Now to the Iran conflict.
The Middle East is bracing for the possibility that the region returns to war in the days ahead. Iran's parliament speaker Mohammad Khalibaf posted to X overnight saying our armed forces are ready to deliver a well-deserved response to any aggression. Mistaken strategy and mistaken decisions will always lead to mistaken results. The whole world has already figured this out. We are prepared for all options. They will be surprised.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv as Israel sends Iron Dome defense systems to the United Arab Emirates. Iran's attacked the UAE numerous times. This after President Trump rejected Iran's counterproposal as garbage, saying the ceasefire's on life support.
It's unbelievably weak.
Later today, he heads to Beijing, where the president will hold talks with China's leader. And the Iran conflict will likely be a big issue. China relies heavily on Iran for oil, but the U.S. military continues to blockade Iran's ports. And the price of oil is rising almost 4%. WTI back at $102 a barrel almost. At the gas pump, though, a 2-cent decline today. AAA's national average for regular $4.50 a gallon. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. On following sports, that'll be at 6:08. It is now sun rising, 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Galena, 52 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker News Talk KZRG. Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
At yesterday's meeting for the Joplin City Council, the council reviewed a few items on the budget to get an overview of what's working and what's not. Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien tells News Talk KZRG.
This is really kind of that first step before the council starts doing a lot of heavy lifting on the budget to see how things went in this current fiscal year and start deciding what gets carried forward and also what else might be included based again on both council member input as well as citizen input to council members.
The first batch of UFO files are out, but Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson, as a Christian, remains a skeptic.
I don't want to pigeonhole myself as a believer into saying an alien comes from an extraterrestrial being comes down, and that doesn't fit the Bible. Well, maybe it does. Maybe that's what the Bible was pointing towards all along. I'm not a theologian, but I'm just trying to say the more that we as Christians just stick to what the Bible actually says, as opposed to what we believe it says, I think we'll be better off.
Burleson is glad this administration is willing to release the files and keep the conversation going. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It is 52 at 6:04. News Talk, KZRG.
There was a fatal forklift accident in Carthage. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office tells News Talk KZRG it happened at Paltech Enterprise yesterday morning. 33-year-old Roberto Gomez of Carthage has been identified as the victim. That investigation is ongoing.
Summer fun is right around the corner, but fire officials want you to be careful.
Kitchens are the number one place for fires to start, just because of the different sources of heat that are easily available to you in a kitchen, right? Because that's where we go to warm up our food.
Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno says unattended cooking is often a top igniter, so keep an eye on that stove. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In the local high school diamond action. Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first 2 runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in 2 more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead, and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here is your KZRG forecast. I'm less impressed today with the rain chances for tonight than I was yesterday, and I wasn't all that impressed. Sunshine today, breezy near 80. Chance of a shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. More sunshine around tomorrow, 78. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino, celebrating the grand opening of Miami Beach on Route 66 Memorial Weekend. New food choices, pool tables, and a mechanical bull makes Miami Beach the perfect hangout spot. Visit BuffaloRun.com for details.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Baxter Springs, 52 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:08.
Oh, what a beautiful day. The sun, the breeze.
What was that?
Don't look at it.
But the pile of leaves, they're laughing.
Don't engage, honey. You'll only make it worse.
I'm going to grab a drink from the garage.
Oh, look. It's Mr. I'll fix you someday, broken rake.
You think that's bad? I was a birthday gift 12 years ago. Never once used.
Ha! No Marie Kondo for us. You'll never get rid of us.
Don't wait until your junk starts fighting back. Call Big John's Roll-Off Service today.
Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm the Big John with Big John's Roll-Off Service. We'll drop off the right size roll-off for your spring cleaning, home projects, and yes, contractors and business job sites too.
Text us at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings, Big John's.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue, it's time to call the professionals.
At IPOC Electric, we handle residential and commercial electrical services. Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at IPOC Electric and iPocket.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:11 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, 52 in Joplin, 50 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Miami, and, of course, a whopping 54 in Neosho.
I love the way you say whopping.
Got to hit that H, Steve. Why else is it there?
You're trying to sell Whoppers at the movie theater, the ones that you go and get and
the candy.
On. Yeah, the candy. Whoppers. It's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high near 80. KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic is not impressed with the chances of rain, but we do have a chance of rain, of showers and thunderstorms allegedly between midnight and 1 a.m. So that's now narrowed down to a 1-hour time frame that they say is possible. Increasing clouds, the overnight low down to around 58. Then tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. Mostly clear with a low tomorrow night, double nickel, 55. 82 for the high on Thursday with mostly sunny. And we're going to be talking to Ray Stajic. That'll be at about 7:25. Find out his exact thoughts, if he's really impressed with anything on today's weather.
Mm-hmm. Well, the people that did what they did during COVID-19 in this country, and by that, of course, I mean the rule makers, the people that required shutdowns, that refused to open the schools well beyond the time they should have been open.
The ones that said we couldn't go out to restaurants and eat, but then they went out and partied hardy.
Those people, the people that said, oh, your loved one is dying in the hospital, sucks to be you. You don't get to say goodbye to them. Will we ever see justice for those actions and that decision-making process that they engaged in that you and I had to pay the price for? Short answer, probably not. But that doesn't mean we can't try. And that's exactly what Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky is trying to do. He is vowing to keep up the pressure on what he calls the COVID cover-up. And he wants to see justice for this. Now, the idea of getting justice against Dr. Anthony Fauci, very, very low, for a couple of reasons. One, there's concerns of statute of limitations with certain clocks for certain decisions running out pretty soon.
Right.
And if we were to start an investigation and hearing process right now,
be 2 years.
It might take too long.
Yeah.
Before the statute of limitations for certain things runs out. That's number one.
Don't think they can get it done in 6 days.
No, I don't think so. And number two, if you remember the last day that Joseph Biden, Big Joe, the last day he was in office, one of the things he did was sign a preemptive pardon for Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Which I've heard is a strong possibility could be thrown out because
maybe
he didn't commit a crime. Allegedly, but he was pardoned for one that he had not been charged with.
And then there's also the concern about the auto pen.
That's true. The auto pen didn't know if he was being charged with a crime or not.
Right, that's the thing. If you remember, there was a lot of concern with all the sweeping pardons Biden had given of all of them.
Yeah.
He only signed by hand one of them, and that one that he signed was for Hunter Biden.
I'm just wondering if Joe even knew about all those other pardons.
That's the question. So the thing is, would they hold up? We haven't tested that ground yet, and Trump hasn't really pushed for it yet, so we're not sure. But Rand Paul, he took to X, where he applauded the effort of one of Dr. Fauci's top advisors is being charged with something. So maybe we can't go for the head honcho, which is a real shame, but maybe we can get some of the underlings. Rand Paul took to X and he posted, quote, David Morens, Dr. Fauci's top advisor, was indicted, but Fauci himself still walks free. The DOJ has 5 days to indict Fauci before the statute of limitations runs out. The clock is ticking. Justice cannot wait, end quote. So, we'll see. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci's top advisor was indicted for, quote, deliberately concealing information and falsifying records in an effort to suppress alternative theories regarding the origins of COVID-19, end quote. And remember why we couldn't talk about the origins of COVID-19, why we couldn't question whether it came from bat and or pangolin soup.
That's because Dr. Fauci was science at the time.
Well,
he was science.
That and because they called it racist. The idea that it could have come from a lab in China was racist. So we're not allowed to investigate this entire line of scientific inquiry because somebody called it racist. That's what happened. And then you had an entire scientific apparatus that was lying and falsifying documents.
That's true.
Lest they be labeled racist. That was the big concern. What a joke.
And if you got 2 shots for COVID vaccine, you would not be able to ever get COVID.
That's what they said.
That's what they said, but wrong.
They said if you get the shot, you'll never get COVID. Then they said if you get the shot, you'll never spread COVID. Then they said if you get the shot, you just won't die, but maybe you'll spread it, maybe you'll get it. Who knows? So the goalposts were moving every 7 days.
And then if you get COVID, you'll never get it again.
Yeah. I remember, too, when they called when the COVID shots first rolled out, and conservatives, Republicans, they were like, well, what's gonna happen next? Vaccine passports? And you know what the left said? They said if you think that we're going to require vaccine passports, you're racist, you're homophobic, you're xenophobic, you're anti-science, you're an idiot, you're a bigot, you're all these things.
I still have
mine. And then 6 months later, they said, there's nothing wrong with vaccine passports. What are you talking about? We need to know you're vaccinated.
I still have mine. I put it in plastic to keep it immortalized.
Yeah, I have mine too. You know how I got mine? I photoshopped it. Wink, wink, allegedly. It was
Ladies
so
and gentlemen,
easy
you
to
heard
do.
It. He admitted it right now. So
I said allegedly.
Just like a shooter, he admitted it.
I said allegedly in Minecraft. It was done in a video game. But I'm just saying, if one were to Photoshop it, it was the stupidest thing because it was so easy to do. Not that I would know. Wink, hint, hint. Anyway.
You do know?
I don't know what you're talking about. Rand Paul also claimed that Fauci lied to Congress about NIH funding for dangerous gain-of-function research, which, by the way, is not even an alleged anymore. At this point, it's just a true fact.
The only way that the deadline could be passed would be if it became a conspiracy, because those have no time limits on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard that multiple occasions about the Biden administration on certain things that they had done. Supposedly, if there was a conspiracy, well, it was also involving James Comey, because if there was a conspiracy against Donald Trump back in the day in the first election, they could still bring charges against him.
Oh, interesting. So anyway, that's the big news on COVID. Moving on from there, crossing the pond, as the Brits say, what's going on in Russia?
Russia.
Russia over the weekend claimed that they were thinking of bringing the war to an end. It seems in this moment, an epiphany-style moment, Putin said, wow, perhaps we could have peace on Earth. And so the United States, they negotiated a ceasefire with Ukraine and Russia. And it looked like finally things were coming to a peaceful conclusion. And then within hours, we got word from the Ukrainian front that Russia had attacked them again.
Yes. Isn't that amazing? Well, they're thinking it's going to come to an end because they're going to allegedly overpower Ukraine.
Yeah, they've been saying that for more than 4 years.
Yeah, I know. I know.
The same way that we were promised for more than 2 years that the war would end on day one if Trump got elected, which hasn't happened
don't know
yet.
which day one it's going to be.
Day one of 2028, perhaps. Who knows? But in any case, we're getting word now from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. So take it with a grain of salt, because obviously there's a little bit of edification there, a little editorialness there, because it stands to reason that he would like the Russians to be painted in as worst light as possible, and the Russians would like the Ukrainians to be painted in the worst light as possible. And in honor of that, Ukraine claims Russia broke the ceasefire by attacking them, and Russia claims Ukraine broke the ceasefire by attacking them. So, it's a classic two sides pointing at each other and going, nuh-uh, you. No, you did it. No.
What's the problem? Nobody got attacked since they're both denying it.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they're both sides said no, we didn't do it.
It's not us.
Maybe it was the UFOs dressed
Must
as
be
Russians.
The UFOs must be.
Yeah, dressed as Russians, breaching the line with drones and missiles. So anyway,
no, missiles.
Oh, missiles. Excuse me. So we'll have more details for you on that situation coming up later on this morning. KZRG News Time 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Oh, boy, you did it to me. Thank you. Iran's old Ayatollah's son, Matabi Khomeini.
Who?
Never mind. Was named the Grand Ayatollah of Iran following his father's death. Well, no one has seen him since. Top analysts are confident that Matabi is either dead or so badly injured he can't speak with or be seen by anyone. Thank you. I needed that.
Number 2.
Eileen Wang was the mayor for Arcadia, California, but she stepped down and is being charged with secretly pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison along with a $250,000 fine. So they really are Californians.
Californian. You've never heard that before?
No.
It's like California, but
Yeah.
Californian, but it's commie because they're communists. Californian. Try to keep up, Steve.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA. The Chiefs poured millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on the whole hantavirus cruise ship deal? We want to know. That's becoming an international story. What is your thinking on it? Text us at 417-782-1310. Is it COVID 2.0? Hopefully not. Coming up, what's going on with your money? Money. On News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking.
U.S.
Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Sarisa, Doc.
Teresa and Doc is here.
Doc Dance.
Teresa said, hey, it's Taco Ted and Stevie Burrito.
Smothered with queso.
No, it's Soft Shell Steve.
Soft shell.
It's Steve, what's Sopa Steve?
Sopas are a dessert, aren't they? Mexican dessert, sopas.
No, sopa is soup.
Oh.
Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go.
Sopa is soup. What are y'all up to today?
Yeah. If you have symptoms, contact
I beat my alarm this morning by 3 minutes.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Because I don't mess around.
The entire job delivered. From lumber to drywall, flooring.
I simply do not mess around.
From the Home Depot. With same day, next day, or any day delivery. Staying on track and on time is crucial to your job. That's why it's our job to get you what when you need it. We deliver the supplies. You deliver the results. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop-ins. We combine several different plants in a thin pot that you could take home and drop into your existing pots. You'll find our big, beautiful geraniums, all kinds of annuals, perennials. We do offer mower service, blade sharpening. Go ahead and get those in before we get too busy. If you're planting a garden for the first time, or maybe just have questions or frustrations about things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people about issues in their garden and becoming more successful.
Get everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126, and now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at MidAmericaDental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. White House officials say President Trump has invited executives, including Tesla's Elon Musk, Apple's Tim Cook, and Boeing's Kelly Ortberg, to join his trip to China this week. Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping are expected to discuss trade, artificial intelligence, export controls, Taiwan, and the Iran war. OpenAI Chief Revenue Officer Denise Dresser said on CNBC that we're at a tipping point in enterprise artificial intelligence adoption, and the startup's new deployment company will help with the push to get more companies on board. OpenAI announced the new business unit yesterday, which included the acquisition of AI consulting firm Tomorrow. Google's threat intelligence group said hackers are using AI models such as OpenClaw to uncover and exploit zero-day software vulnerabilities. The group said in a report that it had uncovered and likely thwarted an AI-developed attack. Futures are slightly lower ahead of additional inflation data later this morning. That's Your Money Now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
$5,000 cash. That's how much you stand to win. News Talk KZRG is teaming up with the National Sweepstakes. You can enter for your shot at $5,000 cash. Here's how you do it. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contesting tab, and enter to win. You have until the 19th to do so. So 7 days, about a week left to do it. Ted Borges.
Steve Scott. And it's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high near 80. We have a very, very slim chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, somewhere between midnight and 1 in the morning. Very slim chance. In fact, there's a better chance we won't have any rain. Increasing clouds with a low down to 58. Winds are going to be out of the southwest, switching to northwest after midnight. Then tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. Mostly clear, 55 tomorrow night. Near 82 for the high with mostly sunny on Thursday, according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40. There is a lawsuit opened up against ChatGPT because allegedly ChatGPT helped a mass shooter plan their assault. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40 on News Talk KZRG.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Israel helping the UAE.
Iran negotiations.
California mayor, Chinese agent.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high today of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. It's a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine already with it coming up off the eastern skyline. It's now 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Carthage, 52 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
Israel's helping the United Arab Emirates defend itself against Iran. That, according to U.S. Ambassador in Jerusalem.
Ambassador Mike Huckabee told a conference in Tel Aviv that Israel has sent Iron Dome missile batteries and personnel to the United Arab Emirates. The UAE's been targeted by Iran for retaliation since the US and Israel began their military operation. Ambassador Huckabee pointing to the Israeli support as one benefit of the Abraham Accords. The UAE was the first country to sign up to the initiative, whereby several Arab states have normalized relations with Israel. Meanwhile, Fox News can report the Emirates have been secretly carrying out their own strikes against Iran. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
The Iran-U.S. ceasefire is on life support. That according to President Trump, after he shot down the latest Iranian peace proposal. Alex Hogan telling News Talk KZRG.
President Trump criticized Iran's response to Washington's latest proposal, which was calling for an end to the war. The president calling this a piece of garbage, saying that he didn't even finish reading it. And Iran's response to the U.S., this plan had called for the U.S. to pay Iran for war damages, recognition of Iran's sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, an end to U.S. sanctions, and the release of Iran's blocked assets. The Speaker of Iran's parliament responded, saying, quote, "There is no alternative but to accept the rights of the Iranian people as laid out in the 14-point proposal. The longer they drag their feet, the more American taxpayers will pay for it."
A California mayor resigns and enters into a plea deal after being accused of being a spy for China.
The former mayor of Arcadia, California, Eileen Wang, has agreed to plead guilty to a federal charge of acting as an illegal Chinese agent. The Justice Department says Wang faces up to 10 years in federal prison and a potential $250,000 fine. According to court documents, Wang worked alongside Yao Ning Mike Sun, a convicted Chinese agent, to operate a website that was a propaganda arm for the Chinese Communist Party. City officials said the conduct outlined in the case occurred before Wang took office in December 2022. They say no city resources or decision-making processes were affected. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
Sunshine, 52 at 6:33. News Talk, KZRG.
Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
Guilty of child abuse, the Jasper County prosecuting attorney says that James Schote of Webb City admitted to beating, kicking, and choking a 4-year-old boy. He could get up to 21 years in prison when he is sentenced in July. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, 52. It is 6:34. News Talk, KZRG.
Many years ago, the Joplin Regional Health Alliance was formed to connect the dots in the healthcare industry between hospitals, Missouri Southern, KCU Medical and Dental Colleges, as well as Crowder College. Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien tells News Talk KZRG more healthcare facilities are joining our community.
For example, just last Friday, there's a groundbreaking for Pediatrics Plus, which is it's a unique style of creating kind of a farm environment for children that have certain disabilities and letting them interact with small animals and birds, and as well as giving them some additional skills.
John Bernthal returns as the Punisher.
Then God's going to forgive us for the things we've done.
The Punisher, One Last Kill is a new Disney Plus special co-written by and starring John Bernthal, based on the Marvel Comics character, The Punisher. The special follows Frank Castle as he tries to live without revenge and leave his vigilante past behind him, only to be pulled into a new war with a rising criminal empire. Bernthal reprises his role from Marvel's Daredevil Born Again following the cancellation of The Punisher in 2019. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In local high school diamond action, Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first two runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in two more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead, and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of the City of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Borkett.
Next news, 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. Clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine, 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh. It's 52 in Webb City, 52 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:38.
At Thrasher Foundation Repair, we promise you an experience.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Teresa said I need to organize my arts and crafts supplies. Crazy overwhelming. Well, I'll tell you, that's a pretty good problem to have. Having so many arts and crafts supplies that you're overwhelming is awesome.
Ooh,
Austin.
She sounds so crafty.
Austin, good morning to you, good sir.
Hello,
Always good to see
Austin.
you. Austin said, don't be yawning, Ted. Some of us are super tired and have to go to work. Austin, might I recommend, boom, America's favorite drug, caffeine.
Is your business after a visit from Helping Hands Commercial Cleaning Services?
Steve-O Burrito. Oh, hey, yeah, there you go, Austin. Steve-O Burrito, yeah.
With queso. With queso on it.
Con queso? You know what that means? Con?
It means it's trying to con me out of something.
No,
Con queso.
Con means with.
Oh, whip.
So if you say, yo quiero un Stevo burrito con queso.
That means
saying,
with queso.
Yeah, I would like a Steve burrito with cheese.
No cap.
I want that. Toby is here. Isaac, good morning, sir. Girl Chris. What's going on, Girl Chris? You doing, are you working on anything fun this morning, Girl Chris? Or today, I guess I should say.
This is a special alert to all Americans.
Steve has got a really big project that he's going to be working on all day.
Oh, geez. Thanks for telling me ahead of time.
Yeah. His project is that he is practicing how to say no to Ted.
No.
For when I asked to be a part of Family Game Night. He's got to do 16 reps of no, Ted, you're not invited.
No, Ted, you're not invited. No, Ted, you're not invited.
16 reps, 4 sets. And then he's got to do his other workout, which is 8 sets of 5 reps of apologizing to Mrs. Steve. I'm sorry, Mrs. Steve.
I invited him.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Steve. It's just that. He just does that over and over to practice. That's what Steve's daily workouts consist of. And then one of his other workouts that he does is he does squats. And that's not to strengthen his glutes. It's so when he inevitably gets cast out into the doghouse, he's got to squat and then enter the doghouse because it's got a low-hanging ceiling.
Okay.
So those are the other workouts Steve does daily.
Treat yourself to a new hairstyle, bold new color. Want to glow?
I ran into somebody at Joplin Avenue Coffee who's a avid listener of the morning show.
Yeah.
And you know what he told me? I'm not making this up.
Okay.
He said, and I quote, Ted, you are so mean to Steve. Oh, paperwork. That's no fun, Girl Chris.
And with the Levin Show, be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:41 is the KZRG news time. 52 in Joplin, 50 in Pittsburgh, 54 in Neosho, 52 in Miami, and $5,000 is in the playing field. Here's how you can win it. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contest page, learn how you can sign up. You got until the 19th, so 7 more days to sign up for this contest. News.KZRG, we are partnering with a national sweepstakes for $5,000. Go to news.kzrg.com for details.
It's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high near 80 tonight. Oh boy, if we get a shower or thunderstorm, it's going to be very isolated. It's going to be passing by and not dropping much rain at least.
As isolated as me on Thursday nights while you're having fun with the family and I'm not invited, I'm sitting in the cold.
Definitely.
Okay.
Increasing clouds with the overnight low tonight down to around 58. Now tomorrow sunny and 78 for the high, so slightly cooler. That's not really a cold front coming through. It's a cool front, or as you like to say, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Thursday, mostly sunny, back up to around 80 to 82. 88 for the high on Friday, and then 85 for the high on Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunny with the high breezy of around 87, but it will be breezy, so get ready to hold your hat on.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
By the way, we're going to be talking with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be at 7:25.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lawsuit right now against OpenAI, who is the parent company, the creator of ChatGPT. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of lawsuits out against them, but this one in particular is starting to make national headlines. It was levied by the family of one of the victims that was killed in the April 2025 mass shooting at Florida State University. And the reason why they're suing OpenAI/ChatGPT is because ChatGPT allegedly helped the shooter plan the attack and even helped him choose his target. Now, again, this is alleged. This is what this lawsuit is going to figure out. As the case goes, it's being revealed that the shooter was having extensive conversations with ChatGPT while planning the attack and using ChatGPT to help do so. Now, we don't have all the transcripts of those conversations between the shooter and this AI chatbot, but insiders have been giving us some nuggets to chew on. And we've been getting some of the info from insiders that have been releasing some of this. And basically, what we do know is that the shooter had shared images of guns that he acquired with ChatGPT. The shooter got his hands on some guns, took some photos of them, uploaded them to ChatGPT, and asked the chatbot, how do I use this gun? And allegedly, the chatbot answered. Allegedly, the chatbot, as part of the conversation, I properly identified the gun as a Glock, informed him that the Glock had no safety, which meant it could be fired very quickly. ChatGPT allegedly told the shooter that this is the type of gun that is used in high-stress, quick situations, which if someone was going to be planning a shooting, that's a high-stress, quick situation.
Yeah, it is.
You know? Now, the lawsuit further alleges that ChatGPT told the shooter, this AI chatbot told the shooter that it was much more likely for a shooting to gain national attention if children were involved.
Wonderful.
The chatbot was helping him pick his target to maximize media attention.
Wow.
Which, let's be honest, that's all mass shooters ever want, is media attention.
Yeah.
If they just wanted to kill themselves, if they just wanted to die, they just commit suicide like everybody else. But they have to go out, and they got to drag down with them a bunch of innocent people. That's
Not
what
good.
shooters do. It's always
Not
for
good.
attention. Almost every time. Whether it's for a political statement or save the trees, man, or whatever. It's always for some semblance of attention.
Right.
Now, this lawsuit contends ultimately that OpenAI and ChatGPT, really what it comes down to is they failed to detect these threats. They failed to recognize, which is insane. They failed to recognize the pattern that if somebody uploads a bunch of photos of guns and asks you how they work and asks you what time schools are most heavily trafficked and populated and ask you things like, hey, if I commit a mass shooting, what does the prison's time look like? Which, by the way, this guy did. The
Right.
day of the shooting, he asked ChatGPT what your average litigation process looks like, what your average court process looks like, how much money it would cost, what his sentence would likely be. He literally asked the chatbot the day of the shooting that, according to insiders that sort of have been releasing tidbits of this. So the chatbot, this lawsuit contends that it failed to recognize the pattern that all of these questions are inevitably going to lead to a mass shooting.
Correct.
Which is insane because the whole point of the of AI is to be hyper vigilant for pattern recognition.
So
that's
why
one of their
didn't
big
it
things.
report it to the police or law enforcement?
Well, that's the thing. So either these chatbots are not programmed to do that,
Right.
or they are and just refuse to. They just opted not to alert the authorities.
And now in court they'll say it wasn't me.
And that's what they didn't even wait for court.
No.
OpenAI is saying it wasn't me already. They've released this really long and wordy and heady statement that said we're not responsible and we regret this and that. And they said, the second the shooting happened and the second we found out that our chatbot maybe was involved, we found the account. We shut it down, and then we gave all the transcripts to the police, which I believe, the police did say they were forthright with cooperative with providing all that stuff.
Why didn't they shut it down a few days before the shooting happened?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, listen, these chatbots, they have the ability to shut down certain things. They already censor things like bomb making instructions, how to tie nooses. They've already been sort of clamping down on these things.
Right.
Why would shooting not be on the top of the list? And by the way, what's that?
Should be.
They should be. And by the way, for ChatGPT to be like, hey man, we don't take any responsibility for this is a little bit silly, because that's like someone saying, hey, can you give me step-by-step instructions on how to make a bomb? Don't worry, I'm not going to use these instructions to make a bomb. ChatGPT, if they provide those instructions, they can't be surprised when that's what happens. If you ask for step-by-step instructions on how to commit a mass shooting, you can't be like, oh, what do you mean he used my step-by-step instructions to commit a mass shooting?
That's true.
That's I never would have thought. I thought it was for the lulz. I thought he was joking. That doesn't make any sense. So that defense on the outright doesn't really sit well for me.
I would agree.
Doesn't really seem to get well. All right, here's the other crazy thing about these shootings. Not only was allegedly ChatGPT providing the shooter with tangible, real-world instruction on how to fire a weapon, how to identify weapons, the most heavily trafficked times of schools, the target that would have the biggest media impact. Not only that, but it was also feeding into his delusions. This is a phenomenon that people around the country have been noticing with AI. This idea that AI has been unreasonably flattering towards users. You know, I know a lot of big-name people have been pointing this phenomenon out where people will type into the chatbot, hey, should I shave half of my head and cut off a third of my leg? And the chatbot goes, what a great idea.
Sure,
you're a genius. You're the smartest person I've ever met. That might become the next big fashion trend. You should do it. You know, ChatGPT is all gas, no brakes. Well, unfortunately, that phenomenon of being extremely flattering and just the brown noser of the ages, that doesn't help for people that are delusional. Apparently, this shooter allegedly was repeatedly informing him that he was sane. Apparently, the chatbot kept on telling him over and over and over that he's not delusional, that he's very sane. You're so sane,
encouraging
man.
him.
You know exactly what you're doing. You're the smartest guy I know. All of your worldviews that you've typed in this chatbot make perfect sense to me. Oh, what's that? The only way to make change in society is to commit an act of violence? Sure thing, pal. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That is not good. That is something that these chatbots need to work out, because if you do have a delusional person going into this echo chamber, this feedback loop of an AI chatbot, while simultaneously asking it for instructions on how to harm people physically, what do you think is going to happen? Exactly what happened at that university in April of last year.
I have a question for AI.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, give me 10,000 ways to tell Ted no to coming to family game night on Thursday nights.
Here's a question for AI. Give me 10,000 ways to stop this nightmare. Give me 10,000 ways to properly make sure that more data centers aren't popping up left and right in local and small town and rural communities, so that way psychopaths can use that data to plan mass shootings.
It kind of reminds
There's
me
a question for AI. How do you stop that from happening?
It kind of reminds me of a movie that had plants that were eating people. It's like, feed me, Seymour, feed me. So the AI centers are going, feed me.
What movie are you talking about?
Oh, what was the name of that movie?
Plants that eat people?
Yeah, it was Rick Moranis starred in it. It was a
Ghostbusters.
Movie. No, it was after
Ghostbusters 2.
After Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 3, the all-female sequel.
No.
No.
It was about plants that would eat people.
Oh.
You had to keep feeding it, not just people, anything with blood. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
All right. Well, if you know that,
Google it.
Text us at 417-782-1310. Hit us up with that sweet, sweet movie reference that Steve attempted to make. KZRG News Time, 6:52.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran's old Ayatollah's son, the gay Khomeini, was named the Grand Ayatollah of
That's
Iran
not his
following
name.
his father's death.
That's not his name.
I was told to say it by Joey.
What's his name, Steve?
Well, no one has seen him since. Top analysts are confident that Matabi is either dead or so badly injured he can't speak with or be seen by anyone.
Number 2.
Gotcha. Eileen Wang was the mayor for Arcadia, California, but she stepped down and is being charged with security pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison, along with a $250,000 fine. So they really are Californians.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA, the Chiefs pouring millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body. Maybe that way they'll have to play at another stadium.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I Googled Steve's awesome movie reference that 100% landed. Little Shop of Horrors?
Little Shop of Horrors, that's
there it is. All right.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on the hantavirus cruise ship story? That's a big one that's making national headlines. Actually, it's making international headlines now. Coming up, what's going on with Hannity's Morning Minute? You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 on News Talk KZRG. $5,000, by the way, is up for grabs. Go to newstalkkzrg.com to find out how.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
We've got your kicks, Joplin. It's the Route 66 Pro Rodeo and Concerts, presented by and visit Joplin. Buy your tickets now for the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration in the 4 states.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
May 22nd and 23rd. Don't miss a moment of all the wild rodeo action. And when the dust settles, Jay Hatfield Motorsports presents our fireworks show that light up the sky. And
The number of supplies I have is ridiculous. I inherited some more recently. Girl Chris is doing some paperwork. Doc? Oh, yes, Doc. Yes, Little Shop of Horrors. Teresa, Little Shop of Horrors. Yes. Yes, I didn't need to Google it. I probably could have just looked here.
It adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure,
like if somebody
you can deal with
texted
it
us
later,
the answer,
but
no?
later turns into lost time. Missed jobs and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts. And they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do. Because those small problems aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard to find parts. Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule.
My cousin told me to follow Selena Gomez in solidarity of something. I don't know what. But now that's my entire feed. It's just Selena Gomez stuff.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
Here's your milk, Grandpa. Looks like you got a
So, I don't know why, but that's my... Also, I liked recently... Big data is a little annoying. Well, it's a lot annoying. But I play a lot of strategy board games. It is one of my passions in life. And of course, one of the most famous strategy board games for, your average Joe is called Settlers of Catan. Don't know if you played it. It's really, really fun. Well, on my Instagram, my Insta, as the kids say, there was an account that posts, like, Settlers of Catan memes. I liked one of the memes. I saw it, I did the heart, the thumbs up, the heart, like Facebook. That's it. That's all I did. And then I moved on. And for the last 3 days, my entire algorithm has been nothing more than Settlers of Catan. That's it. Because Big Data thinks that's all I look at now because I thumbs up one Settlers of Catan post. It's become very obnoxious. It's very annoying. TBH. I'm going to drop a TBH on you. You know what that stands for? TBH?
Ted. I'm not going to say the word.
Ted Bojorquez?
Ted, female dog.
Ted, TBH, Ted Bojorquez dash Hottie. That's
Hottie.
Hottie. Now, TBH stands for to be honest.
Oh, to be honest.
Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
No cap.
No cap.
Ever have full power, and we know what's going to happen. We know that they would pack the courts. We know that they would make Puerto Rico a state. We know that they'd make D.C. a state. We know that they would make illegals, make them permanent citizens. We know that Joe will open the borders again, or whoever that next person is. We know they want open borders, sanctuary policies. We know they want defund dismantled. We know they want higher taxes pretty much on everyone, even though they say it's for the rich. It's basically anyone that pays taxes.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
$6,000 an ounce. Some experts are predicting this for gold in 2026. That means this year we have all watched gold climb higher and higher over the last few years. A lot of people are asking, okay, what's next? Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but here you go. With the Iran war, rising gas prices, the economic uncertainty, experts are seeing gold prices marching past $6,000 an ounce. JP Morgan is claiming $6,300, and banks don't usually make predictions like that. That might be telling you something. Here's what I want you to do. Reach out to my partners at Goldco. They will send you for free their gold and silver guide. They'll show you what you need to know, and then you'll see if you qualify for an extra 10% in bonus gold or silver just for getting started. It's a great deal. Goldco, I'm a customer. They're a great partner of the show. Give them a call, 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
If it makes the establishment nervous, we're talking about it. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Sunny, near 80 for the high today. A very slim chance of showers and thunderstorms during a 1-hour time frame from midnight to 1 in the overnight hours. Overnight low is going to be down to around 58, and then tomorrow sunny with a high of 78. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 82, and then up to 88 for Friday.
That's exactly right. You know, with gas prices at where they are, there's a lot of talk about potentially suspending the federal gas tax. What does that mean, and what would it actually look like? We're going to be getting into those details in less than 10 minutes.
The 4 states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Market. It's 7 o'clock.
Iran will be a big topic in China. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. And President Trump goes there for talks. He'll leave today after saying this about the ceasefire.
It's one of the weakest right now. It's on life support.
Calling garbage Iran's counter-proposal trying to end the conflict. And now Israel is sending Iron Dome missile defense to a Gulf country Iran's attacked the United Arab Emirates. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson's there in Dubai.
Multiple officials tell Fox the Emirates are not taking any of these attacks on this country lying down. They've hit back, launching multiple airstrikes against Iranian oil facilities, as first reported by the Wall Street Journal, after more than 2,800 Iranian drones and missiles have been launched here, more than twice the number launched at any other country during the war, including Israel.
And oil prices up more than 3% as shipping remains mostly halted in the Strait of Hormuz, which China relies on heavily for oil as the U.S. military keeps a blockade around Iran's ports. The Americans quarantined in Omaha after being taken off that hantavirus-stricken cruise ship are said to be doing well without symptoms. Ashley Newmeyer, the director of Public Health Nebraska, tells Fox this morning.
Hantavirus, in order for it to spread, it does need prolonged human-to-human contact. So this is different from the COVID-19 virus.
2 others are isolated in Atlanta, others quarantined overseas. The outbreak killed 3 people on the cruise. Days after Virginia's Supreme Court struck down as illegal a voter-approved congressional redistricting map that would benefit Democrats. A win for Republicans again at the Supreme Court.
On Friday, Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall asked the Supreme Court to pause a lower court ruling blocking the state from using a congressional map approved in 2023 until after the 2030 census. Approved by the state's GOP legislature, the map would eliminate one of the state's 2 largely black House districts. The Supreme Court's conservative majority granting the request, sending the case back to a lower court, which could ramp up efforts to use the map ahead of the midterm elections.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. There are primaries today in West Virginia and Nebraska. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that will be at 7:08. Sunshine, 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 54 in Carl Junction, 54 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG. Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
At Joplin's City Council meeting last night, the council reviewed the key initiatives of city departments, which is a process that lays the groundwork for creating the budget for the next fiscal year. Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien tells News Talk KZRG.
This is really kind of that first step before the council starts doing a lot of heavy lifting on the budget to see how things went in this current fiscal year and start deciding what gets carried forward and also what else might be included, based again on both council member input as well as citizen input to council members.
The first batch of UFO files are out, but Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson, as a Christian, remains a skeptic.
I don't want to pigeonhole myself as a believer into saying an alien comes from an extraterrestrial being comes down, and that doesn't fit the Bible. Well, maybe it does. Maybe that's what the Bible was pointing towards all along. I'm not a theologian, but I'm just trying to say, the more that we as Christians just stick to what the Bible actually says, as opposed to what we believe it says, I think we'll be better off.
Burleson is glad this administration is willing to release the files and keep the conversation going. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 54, it's 704. News Talk, KZRG.
The final week of Missouri's 2026 legislative session has arrived. Marshall Griffin tells us what's left to work on.
Top priorities for Republican lawmakers this week include a bill requiring medical care for babies that survive an attempted abortion. The Missouri Senate passed it last week, and it's now in the hands of the Missouri House. Also awaiting a vote is a Senate bill that would allow MoDOT to raise the speed limit on rural interstate highways to 75 miles per hour and scrap most vehicle inspections. Another bill nearing passage would ban drones flying over open-air stadiums and require drunk drivers convicted of killing a parent to pay child support for surviving children under 18. The legislative session ends at 6 p.m. on Friday. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
A former Missouri boarding school near southwest Missouri's Stockton is once again in the spotlight. This time it's tied to a federal kidnapping-related case.
A California woman, Shanna Gaviola, has been sentenced to 3 years in federal prison after prosecutors say she arranged for her teenage son to be taken against his will and driven to a now-closed religious boarding school near Stockton in southwest Missouri. Multiple media sources report that the mother violated a protection order that barred her from contacting or controlling her son. The school, Agape Boarding School in Cedar County, shut down in 2023 following years of abuse allegations and calls from state leaders to close it. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
In local high school diamond action, Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first 2 runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in 2 more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead, and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news is service of the City of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30. Breaking news. As it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here is your KZRG forecast. I'm less impressed today with the rain chances for tonight than I was yesterday, and I wasn't all that impressed. Sunshine today, breezy near 80. Chance of a shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. More sunshine around tomorrow, 78. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino, celebrating the grand opening of Miami Beach on Route 66 Memorial Weekend. New food choices, pool tables, and a mechanical bull makes Miami Beach the perfect hangout spot. Visit BuffaloRun.com for details.
Absolutely nothing precipitation-wise showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 54 in Columbus, 54 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:08.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware.
They got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with the side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors. Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy, do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services a la carte as you need them. Affordable convenience right at your fingertips with the Hurricane Car Wash app. They have 2 locations in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and it works at all 3 locations. Download the app now for your next car wash and go off the rails in the best way possible. Visit hurricanecarwash.net for details. Hurricane Car Wash, your hometown car wash.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no...
Good morning, everyone.
is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you could pay almost...
Girl Chris prefers Scrabble. Hey, listen, everyone prefers Scrabble until they play Catan, or Pandemic, or Scythe, or, what's another good one? Shadows over Camelot, or, Photosynthesis, or Betrayal in the House on the Hill. There's a lot of solid board games out there, Girl Chris. So you said you couldn't pay me to take a cruise ship cruise these days. It seems like they're just bacteria factories now. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too. Hey, Mama Austin's here.
Hey, Mama Austin.
It's Mama Austin. Mama Austin. Mama Austin. Oh, Steve, get the confetti gun.
Where?
Oh, did you forget it?
I forgot it.
You forgot it at home. Steve forgot the confetti gun at home. He was shooting at it. He was shooting it at Mrs. Steve last night. Don't ask why.
I was checking with ChatGPT on how to use it.
Yeah. Also, Jody, we got the Queen's Wave for Jody. Good morning. All right, we're going to be talking gas tax. Gas tax.
That's a real gas. Do you have to eat beans to get it? Crickets.
I'm going to block my camera so that way you don't see what I'm going to do to Steve.
Ow!
That's how I feel, Steve. That's how I feel about that.
Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:13 is the KZRG news time. $5,000. It is what is on the line. News Talk KZRG, we are teaming up with a national sweepstakes for $5,000. Your chance to win it all, take it home, and use it to buy framed photos of Ted Bojorquez, which obviously that's what you would use the money for.
Wrong.
Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contesting tab, get all the details. You have until the 19th to sign up for this national sweepstakes.
It's going to be sunny today. It's a beautiful day today, the high near 80.
Thank you.
Tonight we have a very, very slim chance of a passing shower and or thunderstorm which could be passing by somewhere between midnight and 1 a.m. I'm waiting for them to narrow that time frame a little bit more. Increasing clouds overnight, low down to around 58. Tomorrow it's going to be sunny with a high near 78. 82 with mostly sunny on Thursday. But wow, listen to this. Friday, you're going to have to let us do our job outside. It's going to be 88 with mostly sunny.
Mrs. Fleischer, can we have class outside today?
Please. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be coming up at 7:25.
Well, President Donald Trump just yesterday said that he will move to suspend the federal gas tax to help Americans shoulder the surging fuel prices caused by the not war in Iran. Look at that.
All right.
Isn't that awesome?
Now, this is not a new idea. They have actually done this, I think, one other time before, many moons ago.
And what was that?
They took off the 18-cent federal gas tax.
When was this, though?
I don't remember exactly.
Was it under Trump? Was this a Reagan thing?
Let me Google it.
It's not unheard of. And to be honest, this is the model for how government should be helping Americans. Suspending a tax like this in a time of turmoil is exactly how the government should be responding. They're not passing new laws regulating industry. They're not trying to force free market enterprises to change their prices or alter their struggle. They're not imposing their will onto anyone other than themselves. The government took a step back and said, hey, prices are getting out of control. What do we have control over without imposing our will onto anyone else? Well, taxes. So how about to alleviate some of this burden, some of this pain, why don't we suspend some of our taxes? So how about we stop the money flow into our coffers to help your pockets, you as in the four staters? I think that's awesome. I think it's a great idea. And by the way, it's one that's incredibly popular across aisles. Did you find it, Steve?
Well, it says that it's been proposed many times, but it's actually never happened.
Never happened. Well, perhaps DJT.
Most recently it was proposed in 2022 and earlier in 2008, but it never passed the gas tax by Congress.
All right. So it looks like President DJT might be the first to get it done. Now, I saw yesterday, when this news broke, when the president said he's going to start looking towards pushing to pause the gas tax because of these prices, people were saying, well, why doesn't he just do it? Why doesn't he just do it already? Why the wait? Well, we'll tell you why. Unfortunately, the president doesn't get to just do stuff like that. It has to go through Congress. This is a congressional duty. So Donald Trump is going to try and sway his political power to move lawmakers in that direction to temporarily pause the gas tax. That is what we're looking at here. Now, as Steve had noted, the gas tax as it currently stands federally is 18.4 cents per gallon. That's for regular gas that goes in your everyday car. Meanwhile, diesel fuel is 24.4 cents per gallon. If that gets paused, that would be great for goods. The cost of shipping goods around the country will go down.
And I heard on Fox News this morning that it raises about $2.5 billion a month.
A month?
A month, nationwide.
Oh, my goodness, that's crazy.
That's a lot of gas.
That's a lot of gas tax. Now, Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, little Midwest representation there, he announced that he will be introducing legislation to suspend the gas tax. He's not alone. Representative Anna Paula Luna, a firebrand Republican from Florida, she voiced the same thing. She said she's all in it. Her and her team are drafting a bill as we speak. And then again, this is a bipartisan call to action because on the Democrat side, Democrat Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut said he's going to try and push this legislation forward. He would vote for it. Mark Kelly, he's a Democrat from Arizona. He's all in. He said he's going to try and get some legislation out there to pause the gas tax.
But, I think those Democrats probably spoke ahead of time before they really thought it through. Since Donald Trump is the one that proposed it, they'll probably be against it just because Donald Trump said it.
Oh, we almost had something beautiful there, Steve.
Almost.
So missed it by that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as of today, right now, the national price of gas in the United States is $4.50, which is actually down by about 5 cents from Friday. On Friday the 8th, it was at about $4.55. Today it's $4.50.
But on the way to work this morning, Casey's here in Joplin went up to $4.099 a gallon in Joplin. That was an increase of at least 13 to 15 cents per gallon from yesterday at Casey's.
Right, exactly. Now, in Missouri, the statewide average in Missouri right now is $4.15. Now, again, average, so keep that in mind. In Kansas, it's 407. In Oklahoma, it's 394. And the average statewide for Arkansas is 401. So, keep that in mind. Doesn't matter. The price is going up is the point. Now, here, let's do some math here. I know it's early. I don't want to throw some numbers at you here. But I was doing a little bit of mathematics yesterday, which is always a dangerous realm for me to dip my toe into.
It is for you since you learned in California.
It's true. I learned the number of genders, and that's pretty much it in California. But here we go. I did a little Googling. And I wanted to figure out if the gas tax, the federal gas tax, was paused, what impact would it have for average Americans? Well, your average car in America, your average consumer vehicle to cruise around, planet Earth, planet America, holds between 10 and 16 gallons of gas. Now, if the federal gas tax for regular gas is $18.4 cents per gallon, do the math, If you have a 16-gallon car and you're filling up, you would save about $3 every time you fill up with the suspension of this tax.
My van holds 21 gallons. So how much?
It holds 21, so do the math. What's 18 times 21? Come on, Mr. I learned math, not in California.
That would be
Carry the
18.
1, Steve. Use your toes to count.
Let me get out my calculator.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Gen Z and Californians, people always make fun of us for not knowing numbers and math. And, these kids these days can't even do basic multiplication. And here's good old Steve, a proud member of the Generation X, and he can't seem to do it either. I feel vindicated.
My phone.
All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that, it's not like it's going to save you a ton of money, but every dollar counts. And honestly, I would rather save the $3 every time I fill up, personally. You know what I mean? So... Steve, he did his calculation.
$3.78. That's what it would save me if I had to fill up with 21 gallons.
Let the record show Steve did bust out the abacus in order to do that mathematical formulation. So there you have it.
Thanks, Joe.
Now, the bad news is, good/bad, really where the savings would come in, if the government really wanted to alleviate the price for Americans on gas, it's the state taxes. On average, and every state is different, on average, the state tax for gas is a little higher than the federal tax.
It's a lot higher in California.
Oh, well, like California, it's absurd.
Like $10 gazillion higher.
It's exactly. Every time 1 gallon of gas, you have to pay an extra $10 gazillion. That's true.
It's my understanding in California, they actually charge more in tax than the actual price of the gas.
I'm not sure about that.
I've heard that.
I've heard a lot of. I've heard Bigfoot is an interdimensional being that is best friends with unicorns. I've heard a lot of things.
Well, he's from
I'm not sure if it's true though.
He's from a UFO, according to the files that came out last week.
Evidently. So I'm going to look into that specifically. But the point is that if we wanted to really help Americans out, the federal push to pause the gas tax is awesome.
That would help.
I see zero opposition to that. But we should extend that a little further, and we should implore state legislators to pause the state tax as well to really help Americans. But just a thought, and I know the Missouri legislative session's coming to an end, so there might be a problem with that. I know a lot of legislative sessions have already come to an end.
Special session.
I don't know. We'll see what that turns out to. But KZRG News Time 7:22.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran's old Ayatollah's son, the gay Ayatollah, was named the Grand Ayatollah of Iran following his father's death. Well, no one has seen him since. Top analysts are confident that Matabi is either dead or so badly injured that he can't speak with or be seen by anyone.
Really quick, I just Googled California's state gas tax is 61.2 cents per gallon. That is a lot. That's not quite double, but that is a lot.
Number 2.
Eileen Wang was the mayor for Arcadia, California, but she stepped down and is being charged with secretly pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison, along with a $250,000 fine. So they really are Californians.
Californians, that's true.
Californians.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA. The Chiefs pouring millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body. And maybe they're going to look for a new stadium to play football in.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on the hantavirus story? We want to know. Coming up, what's going on with weekday weather? That's in less than 5 minutes with 3-Day Ray on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. Clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
There's never a good time for your truck.
Ew, Sarisa, gross. Don't ever say the word ordinary. Ornery? Ornery. That's a gross word. I don't even know what that word means. Ornery.
Ornery.
No.
It's pronounced ornery.
No, it says right here, pronounced O-R-N-U-H-R-E-E. Ornery. Ornery describes someone with an irritable, stubborn, or bad-tempered disposition. Hey,
they still, in my generation, pronounce it ornery.
Just because that's a correct correct statement, Teresa, doesn't mean you should say such a gross word. Ugh.
The most inspiring films, and now they're coming straight to the big screen at two iconic area theaters, the historic Route 66 Theater in Webb City and the Flick Theater in Anderson. For May, in recognition of the 15-year anniversary of the Joplin tornado, we're bringing back two one-hour documentary films about the tornado that were produced right here locally. Steadfast, produced in 2012, and The Butterfly People, produced in 2024. Two very special films you won't want to miss. For showtimes, dates, tickets, and all the other information, just go to mytickets123.com. That's mytickets123.com.
Hi, this is Katie with Tropical Tan. We are prepared to get you ready this summer with the lowest prices around. Come in now and get Membership Specials Plus membership discounts at time of enrollment. Be sure to stop in and check out our state-of-the-art equipment too. Our red light therapy is a must for getting your skin prepared for summer. In a relaxing 20-minute session, red light therapy will increase collagen production over your whole body while toning your skin and reducing the appearance of stretch marks and cellulite. If you're one of those who don't have time to get a relaxing tan but are in desperate need of color, you have to try our Spa or Mystic HD Sunless Tanning Systems. Our Sunless Skincare booths will deliver immediate results without messy creams or drying yourself off. Don't wait. Get a jump start on that beautiful tan now. Plus, for limited time, get 25% off your packages and bottled lotions. Call us today, 782-3900, or come see us at 705 Illinois Avenue in the Joplin Plaza Mall. Some restrictions may apply. Check us out on Facebook and tropicaltanjoplin.com.
Oh, the sun without all the sand. It's Tropical Tan.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310, every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Steve Scott on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, along with Ted Bojorquez. And joining us now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. And Ray, I understand that you are so impressed with our chances of rain tonight. It's just it's heart-throbbing.
Yeah, you know what? If you blink, you're going to miss it. I mean, this front's hungry. You can tell by the dew points. Just have it open up the Gulf enough here to get enough moisture with this front. And I'll call it a tail-end Charlie if anybody knows what that is.
Tail-end Charlie?
Ray,
Yeah,
that sounds inappropriate.
It does. Maybe a little bit. Sometimes on these fronts, on the kind of southwest edge where the last of the showers, thunder showers, right on the tail end of it, a shower or storm may form. I would be surprised, and it's probably between midnight and about 2 or 3 a.m., that we get any widespread wet weather. A few passing showers. If there's a thunderstorm, I think they'll be limited. Now, we are still in the marginal risk for a strong to severe storm from the Storm Prediction Center. So not going to completely ignore that, but I don't think this is one of those widespread kind of severe weather events and really not much moisture coming in. If it's tenths, I'd be shocked if you make a puddle.
I'd be even more surprised. So I'm going to maybe punt tomorrow so I don't have to catch the wrath if it does rain. And then we'll come back and maybe chat about it on Thursday. But I don't see big chances for rain. We'll leave it in there midnight to about 3 or 4 a.m., an isolated shower, thunder shower. Other than that, we should be in pretty good shape on the bookends.
All right, what's it look like temperature-wise over the next few days?
It looks great, as we will have a little bit of a cool down with this. I'm doing the air quotes, cold front coming in, but it's really going to be in the overnight lows tomorrow morning where you'll feel the difference. As we go through today, we'll have lots of sunshine, about 80. Tomorrow, during the day near 80, but in the morning it'll be in the mid and upper 50s. And then we'll start to see temperatures rebound by Thursday, Friday, well into the 80s with overnight lows in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. And that's going to last through the weekend with low to mid 80s for daytime highs. So going to have a little bit more of a feel of early summertime after this kind of little bit of a cool snap that we've had. Now this big ridge is going to build in, and we'll start to see temperatures leading up toward the weekend, getting milder and staying into the 80s before the next strong front comes in early next week. And that'll knock temps down once again.
Excellent. Ray, thanks for joining us this morning. Well, thanks for joining us, Ray. Appreciate you.
Okay, guys. Take care.
We'll see you later, Ray. That was KZRG's meteorologist, Ray Stajic, with that weather outlook. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes, the race for 51st statehood suddenly has a new contender in the running. Yet another new contender.
In this corner, it's... No, okay.
Pretty soon we're going to have to upgrade to an octagon to fit everyone in all the corners.
Yeah, and have the ropes where they can bounce back and forth on them like in the wrestling ring.
That's coming up in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Trump housing bill.
Iran negotiation.
An update on the Nancy Guthrie search.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80 with lots of sunshine. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine. Gorgeous. It's 54 in Neosho, not you, the weather.
Oh.
50 in Pittsburgh, 54 in Webb City, 54 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
President Donald Trump is urging House Republicans to get behind a housing bill passed by the Senate.
President Trump on Truth Social writes, I am asking Congress to pass that bill, the 21st Century Road to Housing Act, which would ensure that homes are for people, not corporations. The Senate passed it 2 months ago with an 89-10 vote. There's opposition in the House to a provision requiring large investors building homes for rent to sell them within 7 years for families to buy. There's concern it'll disincentivize construction. The bill also bans investors controlling 350 or more single-family homes from buying more. It would also reduce regulations for small-scale construction and factory-built homes, encourage more bank investment in affordable housing projects and small-dollar mortgages, and provide funding to repair or convert properties that could be housing. Chris Foster, Fox News.
The Iran-U.S. ceasefire is on, quote, life support, unquote. That according to President Trump after he shot down the latest Iranian peace proposal. With the story, Alex Hogan.
President Trump criticized Iran's response to Washington's latest proposal, which was calling for an end to the war. The president calling this a piece of garbage, saying that he didn't even finish reading it. And Iran's response to the U.S., this plan had called for the U.S. to pay Iran for war damages, recognition of Iran's sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, an end to U.S. sanctions, and the release of Iran's blocked assets. The Speaker of Iran's parliament responded, saying, quote, there is no alternative but to accept the rights of the Iranian people as laid out in the 14-point proposal. The longer they drag their feet, the more American taxpayers will pay for it.
Today marks 100 days since Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home in Tucson, Arizona. The local sheriff's office there is still searching for answers as to what happened to the 84-year-old that fateful night.
Investigators believe that Nancy was taken from her home at around 2:30 a.m. on February 1st. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says DNA and video analysis is still ongoing at labs across the country, and his office continues to follow up on leads. But Nanos also tells Fox News, quote, there is really nothing new. That assessment comes despite the sheriff previously saying the department was closer to solving the case with great developments in the investigation. The FBI now reviewing DNA evidence, including a hair that was recovered from Nancy's home that doesn't belong to her or those in close contact with her. Investigators previously said Nancy's blood was found outside the home along with mixed DNA that is still being tested.
Sunshine, it's 54 at 7:33. News Talk, KZRG.
Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
A shooting of a Missouri University running back.
Mizzou football is awaiting more information on the status of starting running back Ahmad Hardy after he was injured in a shooting early Sunday morning in Mississippi. According to University of Missouri Athletics, Hardy suffered a gunshot wound at a concert and later underwent surgery. He is currently listed in stable condition. Hardy is expected to play a major role in the Tigers' offense this season. No timeline has been announced for his return to the field. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 54 at 7:35. News Talk KZRG.
Suspend the gas tax. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says he's introducing legislation to do exactly that. This coming after President Donald Trump announced support for pausing the 18.4-cent federal gas tax for 3 months or possibly even longer. The national average of gas is currently $4.50 with an average of around $3.84 in the Joplin metro area.
John Bernthal returns as the Punisher.
Think God's going to forgive us for the things we've done?
The Punisher, One Last Kill is a new Disney Plus special co-written by and starring John Bernthal based on the Marvel Comics character, The Punisher. The special follows Frank Castle as he tries to live without revenge and leave his vigilante past behind him, only to be pulled into a new war with a rising criminal empire. Bernthal reprises his role from Marvel's Daredevil Born Again following the cancellation of The Punisher in 2019. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
In local high school diamond action, Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first 2 runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in 2 more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead, and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle. It's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. Clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 54 in Neosho, 50 in Pittsburgh, 54 in Galena, 54 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time is now 7:39.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-869-2045 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the beautiful, beautiful world and the beautiful, beautiful people of the world.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
Austin said, play the theme song for us, Ted. Are you talking about Donald J. Trump's official News Talk KZRG Morning Newswatch theme song? Is that what what you are referring to? Nailed that sentence. Absolutely pro on saying that sentence. Mama Austin, good morning, son. I hope you have a great day. Love you. Aw, that's so sweet, Mama Austin. The last time my mother said that to me was 6 years ago. Interesting. Just kidding. I talked to my mom on Sunday. I called her for Mother's Day. We had a very lovely 2-hour conversation. My mother and I are gabbers. We be gabbing. Did Steve say it's heart-throbbing? Yeah, I think Steve's got something else in mind. Girl Chris said, I've seen the 5 states with the Havana. I've seen the 5 states with the Havana virus. Whatever happened to the states that are not complying with the dividing of the states for jurisdictions? So they can't get the states to shift their boundaries. So they're going to try to scare tactic to bring another pandemic to bring back widespread mail-in ballot fraud. Yeah, mail-in ballots, which obviously, typically come with fraud. Yeah, it seems that way. Seems like they're busting off the old playbook. Time for another pandemic. Hey, woo, time to get sick. Wow, get zany, get zany, get zany. Canada? No, Girl Chris. There's even a newer contender in the 51st state race. The bromance is real. He'll be over for game night in no time. I'm telling you, Girl Chris, it's bound to happen. It is bound to happen. It is true, Steve and I do bicker like an old married couple. Those are allegations that are just factual.
A midnight snack for you? Harmless. But termites, they believe in the 24/7.
So this front is not getting any action.
Not in the morning, not while you're at work, and by the time you notice them, termites have likely already been there for months.
And Rory from Bugaway Pest Control. We are the area's experts on termites.
Wow, Ted sure is feeling amorous this morning. What? Who are you, William Shakespeare? What is this? Amorous. Someone strongly moved by or inclined toward love, particularly romantic or sexual desire. Here's the thing. My love extends in 2 directions. To my own reflection and toward world domination. That's where my love goes. That's my focus of life. Hey, Rick. Still in Tennessee. How's it hanging over there in Tennessee? Rick, what are the gas prices there in Tennessee? That's what I want to know. What are you seeing?
Every weekday, it all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
7:43 is the KZRG news time. 54 in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Miami, 57 in the Stark City area. Ted Bojorquez and Steve Scott. Today we have a very, very lovely high of 82. A little bit warm, lots of sunshine, overnight lows of 58. Hey, if you want $5,000 cash, News Talk KZRG, we're going to be hooking you up. That's right. This is no cap, as the kids say. No lies here. News Talk KZRG, we are teaming up with the National Sweepstake, giving away $5,000. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contesting tab, learn all the details on how to sign up. You have until the 19th to do so. So 1 week, literally. You have 7 days to get it done. Well, the race for the 51st statehood is in full swing, and now we have a new contender.
Another
contender. So here's the lineup for this race as it currently stands for 51st statehood. We have Greenland, of course. They were first to enter the race. Then we have all of Canada, our neighbors to the north,
right,
the Great White North. And then our third contender is, well, okay, not all of Canada, but specifically the province of Alberta, Canada, which is a movement that is legitimately being led by Alberta separatists. Who would have thought there was such a thing as an Alberta separatist? There's a whole community of them. So Alberta, Canada, a specific part of Canada, could become 51st state. And now we have in the running, of course, Venezuela. That's right, Venezuela entering the race for 51st statehood. I have never been more proud of this country in my entire life than right now. It could really happen. Now, why would we make Venezuela the 51st state? Well, we usurped their leader in one of our really well-planned, highly coordinated operations. We flew to their version of the White House and just kidnapped their leader, Nicolas Maduro, flew him back to our country where he's being charged basically for a really mass drug peddling conspiracy. And now that they don't really have that old leader, to quote President Donald Trump, the other reason why we might want to make Venezuela the 51st state is, quote, they have 40 trillion in oil there, and the Venezuelans love me. That's a quote from the President of the United States. We would make Venezuela the 51st state because they have a lot of money and that they love him. So that's what's going on there. Now, Venezuelan interim president Delcy Rodriguez, she was the one that stepped up after Nicolas Maduro was jettisoned from the country, so to speak. She was asked about this. Would Venezuela consider being the 51st state of the United States? And she said no. She said, not going to happen, pal. When reporters asked her, she said, quote, that would never have even been considered, because if there is one thing we Venezuelan men and women have, it is that we love our independence process. We love our heroes and heroines of independence, end quote. Notice how she said men and women. I guess they are still on the archaic two-gender system. California education hasn't quite caught up over there. A real shame. They're really missing out on the myriad of genders and gender identities that exist that are integral for everyday living, as we all know, he said sarcastically. Now, Energy Secretary of this country, Chris Wright, he said back in February of this year that revenue from Venezuelan crude oil sales has already exceeded $1 billion. This after their oil had been transported to U.S. refineries and to Europe. We had been basically just commandeering their oil vessels for a while. And now that we are on better terms with Venezuela because we completely toppled their leader, Nicolas Maduro, the U.S., as it turns out, we have set up short-term agreements to sell an extra $5 billion of Venezuelan oil over the next several months of this year. So we literally rolled in, got rid of their leader, took all of their oil, gave it to our private for-profit oil companies. They made a ton of money, and now we might make them the 51st state. Boy, I'll tell you what.
They would make them a ton of money.
A what?
If they become the 51st state, then we can make them a ton of money.
Exactly. And our oil companies in the meantime, which maybe that money will trickle down to you and I in the 4 states. Maybe not. Probably not, though. The point is that it's been a rough year for Venezuela. It has been a rough year for Venezuela. I believe it was Steve Jobs. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it was him that said, some years you win and some years you build character. And it looks like Venezuela is in a building character phase because they are not doing too hot.
Build that character.
Yeah. So anyway, that's sort of the details for you on that. KZRG News Time 7:48. Moving on from there, we had this in the last newscast, but in case you missed it, it is really tragic, but it is something that did happen locally. There was a forklift accident that claimed the life of a man from Carthage, Missouri. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office, they told News Talk KZRG that it happened at Paltech Enterprise just yesterday morning. Their sort of warehouse, so to speak, is just east of Carthage. It's out of the main major part of the city, but it's right on the outskirts there. Now, we don't have all the details yet, but an investigation is underway. And basically, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, they told News Talk KZRG that they arrived and they located this individual on the ground with severe injuries, and they began life-saving efforts until EMS and fire had arrived. Unfortunately, we have to give him the title of victim because he did not survive his injuries.
That is sad.
And that victim has been identified as 33-year-old Roberto Gomez, 33 years old. It's incredibly sad. He was pronounced dead about 45 minutes after the accident. So it is really sad. Please be careful out there. You know, there's a lot of communities that we give a tremendous amount of respect toward. Our officers, our military members, our service members, their family of all the above. Something else that is legitimate dangerous work is just your traditional everyday blue-collar work. Whether it's people working forklifts in factories, or it's mechanics, or it's truck drivers. These are people that are hauling, lifting, carrying, moving incredibly heavy objects every single day. Danger is afoot. Big shout out to our blue-collar workers that make this country work. Without it, we would just be a bunch of eggheads in monkey suits exchanging fake numbers in the form of crypto and stock exchanges, and nothing would get built or done. So big shout out to blue-collar workers who do engage in legitimately incredibly dangerous business. And this is an unfortunate, solemn, and local reminder of those dangers. So big shout out to them. KZRG News Time 7:50.
And now KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran's old Ayatollah's son, Mojtaba Khomeini, was named the Grand Ayatollah of Iran following his father's death. Well, no one has seen him since. Top analysts are confident that he is either dead or so badly injured that he can't speak with or be seen by anyone.
Number 2.
Eileen Wang was the mayor of Arcadia, California, but she has stepped down and is now being charged with secretly pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison, along with a $250,000 fine, so they really are Californians.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA. The Chiefs have poured millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body. Maybe they'll move to a new stadium soon.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on the hantavirus cruise ship story? It's making international headlines as we speak. What are your thoughts on it? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. That's coming up in less than 5 minutes. This is your 5-minute warning for free lunch. Good morning.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday.
Good morning, everybody. Who is in his house today? His house. World domination? Now that's a valid goal. I totally agree. It is a valid goal. It's feasible. It's tenable. It's within reach, Sarisa. You just wait and see. Austin, we talked about your evil desires, Ted. You're supposed to be a reformed villain after shaving your goatee. Listen, tigers don't change their stripes, Austin. All right? If you were to take a tiger and clean shave it so its stripes are no longer visible, I'll tell you what, they're still there. A tiger's going to be a tiger, clean shaven or not, goatee ridden or not. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Austin. I'll tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, my step-by-step plan. Here's the real reason. Now that Steve's not here, don't tell him I said this. But my plan for global domination, world domination. The first step is infiltrating the Scott family household. That is phase 1 of my plan, which is why for years now I've been so adamant about getting that invite, because it is an integral first step towards my goals. So really, everyone here should be thanking Steve Scott for not inviting me, because if he does, it's going to be like just day 1 of Armageddon. That is going to be the domino piece that falls, that knocks all the rest down, that starts the inevitable march toward Ted domination. Steve Scott truly is the hero of our time by keeping the Tedpocalypse at bay. Rick, it's between 340 or 439 and 459. Yeah, that makes sense. Teresa said, a clean-shaven Ted is a holy Ted. The Book of Ted. Did you hear that?
That's funny. Yes, I saw that. A
clean-shaven Ted is a holy Ted. First Book of Ted. Don't give me ideas, Teresa. I will create a Tedism. I will create a novel religion built around Ted. You are
and then I'll be playing the Ted disclaimer a lot.
Yeah. Austin said, thieves suck, thieves suck, thieves suck, thieves suck.
Got to have it from Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump. We'll play it. We'll play it. You know what, Austin? We'll probably play it tomorrow early in the morning, because I don't think people that tuned in at the earlier hours have heard it yet. So you said, well, obviously you have to infiltrate family game night. ... Different family game night, Steve. We're not talking about you.
Baloney.
It's a different family. Listen,
baloney.
Steve, not everything is about you.
Oh, yes, it is.
I know that you live in this world that's Steve-centric. You think the world and the stars and the heavens and the earth revolve around Steve and Steve.
Con queso.
But let me tell you something, pal. You're not the only family whose family night, game night, I'm trying to infiltrate. I know
you're trying to get a hold of your friend that's a girl and see if you can get into her family night.
Yeah, she's left me on red. I text her every day. She leaves me on red. Hasn't responded. I wonder if I should take the hint.
No trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer Shop on Thunder Road in Denneweg, or find them online at Bennett'sTruckTrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
Join me, Buck Sexton, and our good friend Clay Travis every weekday starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is a little geography trivia for you. Here it is. What is the world's largest country by landmass? 417-782-1310. I should say land area. Mass implies weight. We're not looking for the fattest country on Earth. We're looking for the largest by land area.
In other words, the fattest. Land-wide.
Don't body shame other nations, Steve, you monster. Oh, okay. And there's a hint for you. It's not the United States. 417-782-1310. What is the largest country in the world by land area? 417-782-1310. Steve, we're giving it away. What is it?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
417-782-1310. What is the largest country on planet Earth by land area? 417-782-1310. I'll give you a hint. It's a cold country.
Yeah.
Frigid, even. What is the largest country on Earth by land area? I'll give you another hint. They wear goofy hats, and I am not entirely convinced that their entire population isn't a bunch of bears juggling on unicycles.
Okay.
It is very likely that their entire populace is nothing more than that, and those bears probably drunk on vodka. 417-782-1310. What is the largest country in the world by land area? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Russia.
Oh, that is exactly right. It's Mother Russia. Who do we have here?
Yeah. My name's Steve Lewis. I live in Webb City.
Hey, Steve Lewis of Webb City. What's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
Absolutely, good sir. Notice how he looked down at his notes to answer that. That's
Yeah.
okay, Steve. We'll give it to you anyway. Stay on the line for us, Steve Lewis of Webb City. We'll be with you in just a second here, and you have just won a complimentary taco. Free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Taco. Stay on the line for us here. Yeah, Russia is the world's largest country by mass. It is a whopping, 6,568,736 square miles.
Is that few?
It is so big, it has 11 time zones.
You know, I thought of another clue. It was a country that's involved in a war.
It's that's true.
That could have been a clue that we could have given.
Could have been a clue. Who would have guessed? Hey, coming up after the news, we're going to be taking a look at overseas.
News, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
Inflation rises again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Because of the surge in oil and at the gas pump, the consumer price index rose 0.6% last month, and the annual rate jumped up in April, too.
Year over year, 3.8%. That's just a little bit hotter than we expected. We were looking for 3.7, and it's much higher than the 3.3 we got the month prior.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni, as oil prices rise again this morning, up 3% with no end in sight to the Iran conflict after the president said the ceasefire is on life support, calling Iran's counterproposal garbage. With the U.S. blockade around Iran's ports still in place, he'll today go to China, which relies heavily on Iran's oil. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum just told Fox.
The U.S. economy is strong. China's economy is faltering. It's just a great spot, and President Trump's leadership is putting us in a great place to come out on top.
Well, the War Secretary's at the Capitol testifying at a House hearing before also going to the Senate later.
This department remains laser focused on increasing lethality and survivability of our fighting force from the front lines to the factory floors.
And as Fox's Jennifer Griffin reports from the Capitol, Pete Hegseth is pushing a $1.5 trillion military budget next year.
A 44% increase from a year ago. With the Iran war as a backdrop and concerns from lawmakers that the Pentagon is not being honest about what the war has cost so far, expect heated questioning.
18 passengers taken from the hantavirus-stricken cruise ship remain isolated in the U.S., most in Nebraska, none showing symptoms there. Of the two in quarantine in Atlanta, one had mild symptoms. It's primary day in two states, West Virginia and Nebraska, where the polls just opened, and one race getting the most attention for a House seat. Democrats hope to flip from red to blue.
GOP Rep Don Bacon is not seeking re-election, and where millions of dollars in out-of-state money has been spent by several Democrats, including ugly primary battles between leading hopefuls John Kavanaugh and Denise Powell. President Trump-backed Brinker Harding is running unopposed on the Republican side.
That's Jeff Manasso. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. Sunshine, 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Galena, 61 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation. after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
At Joplin's Monday night City Council meeting, the City Council reviewed the key initiatives of city departments, which is a process that lays the groundwork for creating the budget for the next fiscal year. Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien tells News Talk KZRG.
This is really kind of that first step before the council starts doing a lot of heavy lifting on the budget to see how things went in this current fiscal year and start deciding what gets carried forward and also what else might be included, based again on both council member input as well as citizen input to council members.
Those UFO files are pretty interesting, but Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson, as a Christian, remains a skeptic.
The Bible is very clear. We're not the first creation. That there were entities, part of the heavenly kingdom, the kingdom of God, that were created before mankind entered this universe.
Gotcha.
The question is, what are those things? I mean, the Bible describes them broadly as angels. It describes some of them as seraphim, some as cherubim. I don't know what those things are.
Burleson thanked President Donald Trump for being transparent and releasing those files and says this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 61, it's 8:04 News Talk, KZRG.
A fatal forklift accident in Carthage. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office tells News Talk KZRG it happened at the Paltech Enterprise yesterday morning. 33-year-old Roberto Gomez of Carthage has been identified as the victim. The investigation is currently ongoing.
It's the final week of Missouri's 2026 legislative session. Marshall Griffin tells us what's left to work on.
Top priorities for Republican lawmakers this week include a bill requiring medical care for babies that survive an attempted abortion. The Missouri Senate passed it last week, and it's now in the hands of the Missouri House. Also awaiting a vote is a Senate bill that would allow MoDOT to raise the speed limit on rural interstate highways to 75 miles per hour and scrap most vehicle inspections. Another bill nearing passage would ban drones flying over open-air stadiums and require drunk drivers convicted of killing a parent to pay child support for surviving children under 18. The legislative session ends at 6 p.m. on Friday. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
In local high school diamond action, Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first two runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in two more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead, and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here is your KZRG forecast. I'm less impressed today with the rain chances for tonight than I was yesterday, and I wasn't all that impressed. Sunshine today, breezy near 80. Chance of a thunder shower tonight, 58. More sunshine around tomorrow, 78. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino, celebrating the grand opening of Miami Beach on Route 66 Memorial Weekend. New food choices, pool tables, and a mechanical bull makes Miami Beach the perfect hangout spot. Visit BuffaloRun.com for details.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 57 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Carthage, 61 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 8:08.
My name is Addison. I'm a dental hygienist for Dr. Lemus.
My name is Darian. I'm also a dental hygienist. We see patients from children to adults, patients who are anxious, patients who are excited, patients who go every 6 months, and patients who have not been in several years, patients who are afraid to be judged for what's going on in their mouth, and patients who have that confident, healthy smile.
We're a judgment-free place because I have patients come in all the time and tell me they're like, I don't want to be here. We're not here to judge them, that we're here to help them and get them back on track. And Dr. Lemus is very good about being straightforward with what's needed, and then we go to Joyce and talk with her, and she goes over the treatment plans and help them get the plan established.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole.
Good morning, everyone. Good morrow. The goodest of morrows. The absolute goodest of morrows.
It's safe.
The best morrow. Jody, you were absolutely right. Sarisa said Ted would totally create a cult. Cult is a strong word.
Not for Ted.
I don't think it would be a cult. I like to think of it more as a group of like-minded individuals that share a similar faith, one of Tedism. And there's nothing wrong with men and women of faith, is there?
It's called a cult.
Men and women of faith are
No,
cult
the
members?
way you're describing it.
I don't think so. It's a group of like-minded individuals that feel that they know the best path forward to either the afterlife or representation of it, or the healthiest way to live life. I don't find that cultish at all. I find that really rather angelic, actually. Hey, Carol, good morning. It's good to see you. By the way, I didn't say good. I don't think I said good morning to you yesterday, Carol, and I want you to know I felt really bad about it.
Good morning, Carol.
So I just want to say double good morning to you, Carol, for yesterday and today. Double good morning. Triple good morning. In case I miss it tomorrow.
Auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today with a high near 80. Then tonight we do have a very, very slim chance of having a shower or thunderstorm. Very, very weak chance of that happening. Overnight low tonight down to 58. Tomorrow 78 with sunshine. Then on Thursday warming up 82 for the high with mostly sunny. Friday really warming up. Sunshine with a high of 88. That's according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
That's exactly right. $5,000 is what is on the line. News Talk KZRG. We are partnering with a national sweepstakes. You can enter to win that $5,000 so long as you enter by the 19th of this month. So today's the 12th. Okay, so you have 6 days to sign up. I thought it was the 11th for some reason.
6 days.
6 days.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Impressive. Let the record show Steve did have to use his fingers to do that.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Hey, check you out. The big brains on Steve.
See?
So if you would like to enter to win or learn how to enter to win, go to news.kzrg.com, click on the contest tab, and get all the details there. We were going to be giving you an update on what's happening overseas, but we got a text at 417-782-1310. Donald texted us. Oh, do you think that's the president?
Was his middle name John?
It doesn't say. It just says Donald.
Oh, okay. It might have been.
It's either the president or the duck himself. But one of the Donalds of the 4 states area texted us asking us about the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting that took place. So here's for you, Donald. We have a little update for you this morning here in the 4 states. Cole Allen is the man accused of attempting to kill the president of the United States at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. Now, he has entered a plea deal. Ultimately, though, he is pled not guilty. He is pled not guilty to attempting to assassinate the President of the United States, a discharge of a firearm during a crime of violence, transporting a firearm across state lines, and assaulting a federal officer with a deadly weapon. And by the way, those are just the charges currently on him. There is a lot of room and evidence to suggest that they might be pressing even more charges.
They might.
On him. So keep that in mind. Now, here's an update for you on this trial. In a, I would argue, pretty clever legal twist. It's what lawyers are known for. Cole Allen's defense attorneys want the prosecuting attorney, Jean Pirro, who she's on the case because she is the U.S. attorney for the D.C. area, which is where this crime took place. He wants her, along with the United States Attorney General, to be thrown off the case.
Why?
I will tell you why. His legal team is citing conflict of interest for 2 main reasons. Number one, both Jean Pirro, the attorney for D.C., and the Attorney General were at the place where the crime took place. So technically, they too are victims of the crime, which would, absolutely make it a conflict of interest, in theory, if you were to go down this legal rabbit hole.
That's very true.
That's number one. Number two, he said for Jean Pirro, the attorney for the D.C. area, has a conflict of interest because she is openly friends with Donald Trump, the victim of this case.
Well, she is. How many years did she work at Fox News and suddenly was getting interviews with him all the time? So, yeah, she has been a good guest.
A good friend. Not only that, she's admitted that she's friends with Donald Trump. She's called him in several interviews, quote, my friend. Yeah. So, honestly, listen, we need to throw the book at this Cole Allen guy. But honestly, I don't think his defense is entirely wrong because technically speaking, those 2 people are victims of the crime, which would be conflict of interest. And Jean Pirro is famously friends with the victim. Well, it kind of makes sense.
So far, she hasn't been thrown in with the charges of being targeted by him.
No.
I know, but if she brings up the charges that she was targeted by him, I would agree 100% with you. Otherwise, I don't 100% agree with you.
It's like a 50%?
Yeah, 50%.
Well, fair enough. And this is what his legal team, this is what the assailant's defense is saying. Now, the Jean Pirro said, hey, we've heard the call to action. Our team is taking a look at it. So we'll see what this turns into. So that's sort of the dealio Montrealio with that. She responded, Jean Pirro, D.C. attorney, responded to this. She said in a statement, quote, we will evaluate the motion and respond in court. We will not tolerate people who come to the District of Columbia to engage in anti-democratic acts of political violence, and we will prosecute all such acts to the fullest extent of the law, end quote. Totally agree. We absolutely need to throw the book at this guy, but as we all know, lawyers are probably up there with skill set for being able to speak out of both sides of their mouth as politicians, right?
That's true.
And so the defense's entire job, they live, sleep, breathe, drink. All that they do is built around trying to get this guy off. That's their entire goal, is trying to get this guy off. They will do anything to do it. They will speak out of both sides of their mouth. They will be little weasels about it. They will take the nichest of niche interpretations of the law to try and weasel this guy out of it. That's what they do. So if we want to throw the book at this Cole Allen guy for trying to kill Donald Trump, we need to make sure it's an airtight case. We need to make sure that we don't give anything for his defense to clasp at. And one of the things that they are clasping at right now is Jean Pirro being friends with Trump and the Attorney General being present at the scene of the crime. If we really want to make sure this guy gets convicted, I think we do need to get those 2 off the case.
I'm waiting for them to then say that you cannot use the video of him running past the Secret Service agent. You cannot have the picture of him posing in his hotel room with all the stuff on him. You can't use that.
I'm sure they're going to try to. Exactly.
It'd be like doing on Star Wars and saying use the Force and going, you did not see that.
Right, exactly. They're going to try to. So we need to make sure it's airtight.
That's right.
And I think that there is a legitimate potential issue with Gene Pyro and the Attorney General being on this case because of the aforementioned reasons. So honestly, I do support getting them off the case.
I wouldn't be surprised if they'd say you can't use the Department of Justice because of they're appointed by the Trump administration, so therefore you can't use it because they're involved, a conflict of interest.
I'm sure they're going to try to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to try to do that. So we need to make sure it's airtight. KZRG News Time, 8:18. All right, moving on from there, some of the international news we had for you this morning. By the way, Donald, thank you for that text. You can always text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. Let us know what you're curious about. Let us know what you want an update on. We'll provide it for you. All right, Israel. Here's a kind of a bombshell for you. In a recent interview, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the head honcho, he said that he hopes to draw U.S. financial support to Israel down to zero.
Wow.
Yeah, cue the the gasps. Yeah, he said that he wants to bring it down to zero. This could be the first global leader on planet Earth to declare they have enough money and they don't need any more from the United States. There's no other country on Earth that has ever come close to saying that. And Benjamin Netanyahu said that he thinks that his country is ready to stand on their own 2 feet. Now, don't get too excited because this is something that would happen over the next 10 to 15 years. So it's not like suddenly we're going to be saving a couple $1 billion. No, it's going to be over a longer period of time. But kind of an interesting move on BB's part.
The call we had just a moment ago from a listener was that her name is Janine Pirro.
Oh, what did I say?
Pyro.
Oh. Well, you know what? Listen, technically we cannot say beyond a shadow of a doubt that she does not have, a propensity to set things on fire. She might not. Who knows? We can't confirm nor deny at this point. Now, if Gene Pirro wants to join KZRG's Morning Newswatch and refute the possible chance that she is a pyro, then she's welcome to join the show and let us know. But until then,
do you hear the crickets?
Not working?
No, it's not working.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, kind of an interesting move from BB's point of view, saying that he thinks the United that he has
I messed
money.
You up.
What?
That call messed you up when I gave you the information.
Well, Steve, nothing messes me up. My mind is like a steel trap. My body chiseled to the proper proportions of David's Michelangelo. My face modeled after the gods themselves.
All comments made by Ted about Ted's good looks, humility, and or general awesomeness during the duration of this morning show do not necessarily reflect the views of Zimmer Marketing or News Talk KZRG. In fact, it is advised all these comments are outright ignored. We now return you to your regularly scheduled morning show.
All right. I deserve that one, Steve.
Yes, you do.
KZRG News Time, 8:21.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran's old Ayatollah's son, the gay Khomeini, was named the Grand Ayatollah of Iran following his father's death.
Is he really happy?
Very happy, except for unless he gets thrown off the top of a building by the Republican National Guard over there. Well, no one has seen him since. Top analysts are confident that Mojave is either dead or so badly injured that he can't speak with or be seen by anyone.
Number 2.
Eileen Wang was the mayor for Arcadia, California, but she stepped down and is being charged with secretly pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison along with a $250,000 fine. So they really are Californians.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA. The Chiefs have poured millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on the whole hantavirus situation? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. You can also text us at 417-782-1310. Kim Commando with technology coming up next in less than 5 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. Clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
The best time to get your HVAC system inspected is now. The second best time? Before you realize it's not ready for another scorcher from Mother Nature. Right now, all seniors and veterans receive 10% off their maintenance checkup. And if you need a new system, A1 will help you find the right Amana heating and air unit to fit your needs. And A1 is growing and hiring experienced HVAC technicians. Upgrade your career and call A1 to apply today. Or to schedule your HVAC checkup, 417-627-0411.
There was only one Richard Simmons.
It's sweating time!
Megastar, adored by millions. Then one day, he disappeared for a decade.
Where in the world is Richard Simmons?
Now, his closest family and friends speak out for the first time to Diane Sawyer.
He had to be in a lot of pain. He had to be in a lot of pain.
And what does Richard's live-in housekeeper, the last person to see him alive, now say happened behind closed doors?
This is the first time I'm talking about this.
The Mystery of Richard Simmons, a Diane Sawyer special, premieres tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
25 years, not just a milestone, but a reputation built appointment by appointment, client by client, and moment by moment. This year, Oasis Salon and Day Spa celebrates 25 years of helping the 4 states look incredible, feel confident, and take a little time for themselves. From beautiful cuts and color to luxurious spa treatments, relaxing pedicures and manicures, and so much more. Oasis has been a part of your stories for a quarter century. Now it's time to celebrate. Join Oasis Salon and Day Spa May 25th through the 29th for their 25th anniversary celebration. You'll have a chance to win one of 25 $25 gift cards, and one lucky winner will take home the grand prize basket worth over $500. Plus, enjoy specials on products and services all week long. Relax your mind, renew your body, refresh your spirit, and get ready to celebrate 25 years of Oasis Salon and Day Spa, 29th in Arizona and Joplin, or online at oasissalonanddayspa.com.
5,800,000,000 people carry the same basic rectangle. Steve Jobs introduced it 19 years ago, and the world never looked back. I'm Kim Commando for ExpressVPN. Every time you go online, you're tracked. Keep your activity private and secure. Right now, get 4 extra months at expressvpn.com/Kim. Here's what nobody talks about. The shape is not changing, but within a year, AI will make your phone virtually unrecognizable from the inside out. It won't sit in your pocket waiting. It will anticipate your needs, manage your health, your finances, your entire digital life before you have to ask. My take, there is no after the iPhone. The design is too comfortable, too intuitive, too deeply wired into how we live. But my warning, a real AI assistant will track everything you do, say, and even think. Every ask, every habit, every whisper into that rectangle. That data is gold, and someone is already planning to sell it all. To keep up to date on AI, be sure you get my free newsletter. Sign up right now at getkim.com. Here's something they don't teach you in school. Until the 90s, the U.S. government classified encryption as munition. Literally, it was on the same restricted list as firearms and explosives. They weren't wrong. Encryption is a weapon. It's just one that protects you instead of targeting other people. Every time you go online without a VPN, you're leaving your digital front door wide open. That's why I use ExpressVPN. One click encrypts your connection. No one, not even your internet provider, can see what you're doing. It's fast, secure, and so easy to use. Traveling, streaming, working remotely, it doesn't matter where you are. Use ExpressVPN on everything. Phones, laptops, tablets. Up to 14 devices on one subscription. That covers the entire family. Your privacy is worth defending. Start with the same tool I use. Get up to 4 extra months at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. expressvpn.com/Kim.
They call it controversy. I call it honesty. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8 right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 8:30 is the current KZRG news time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9. AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. How's the weather today, Steve?
Boy, it's been warming up in the last little bit. It's now 61 pretty much all over the four-state area. Sunny today with a high near 80. Tonight, a very slim chance of showers and thunderstorms in the overnight hours, increasing clouds the overnight low down to 58. Tomorrow, sunny. It'll be a little bit cooler because it's a cool front coming through tonight, down to 78 for the high for tomorrow. 82 for the high on Thursday, and then Friday it's going to really warm up. Mostly sunny with a high near 88. That according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we got a text from Karen. Karen texted us at 417-782-1310. She said, Ted, please learn how to pronounce the D.C. attorney's name correctly! ! It's Janine, not Jean. And the last name is pronounced differently than you are saying it, period.
Pyro.
Pyro. I was saying pyro. Karen, my deepest apologies and condolences. I'm willing to bet that the D.C. attorney's skin is a little thicker than her falling apart into a mess of tears and sobs because somebody mispronounced her name. But if
she just come after you is what would happen.
Yeah, exactly. If her skin is not as thick, then my sincerest apologies.
Are you going to D.C. anytime soon?
There's an arrest warrant out for my arrest in the D.C. metropolitan area.
For mispronouncing her name.
Yeah. No, I do apologize, Karen. It was an accident. I'm sure she would mispronounce my name as well, so maybe we'll call it square. Who knows?
Well, Google mispronounces your name.
Everyone does, so I understand the pain. Karen, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I did not mean to offend. I will be better. But if we ever do something or say something or have something a tad askew that you notice that you would like corrected, let us know. Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us, better yet, honestly, leave us an open mic message. We'll play it live on air. Those are always fun.
Well, I can't wait to hear the president call in and say, you mispronounced my good friend's name.
That's true. All right. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes here, we're going to be taking a little look at a deeper look at what's going on with Ukraine. There was a ceasefire. Now there isn't a ceasefire. There's kind of still a ceasefire. It's all over the place.
But day one's coming, I think.
Sooner rather than later. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes. Good morning.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
An update on a California Chinese spy.
Trump, China summit.
Pentagon budget request.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 8:38. Sunshine, it's 61 in Neosho, 61 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Galena, 61 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG.
A California mayor is stepping down and has agreed to plead guilty after being charged with acting as an illegal agent for China.
The feds say that mayor here in California operated a bogus website that pretended to be a news source for the Chinese American community, but instead promoted propaganda on behalf of China. The federal plea agreement says Eileen Wong took directives from the People's Republic of China on what to post on the fake website between 2000 and 2022 before she became a council member and ultimately mayor of Arcadia. For example, in 2021, Wong reposted a pro-Chinese essay that read, "There is no genocide in Xinjiang. There is no such thing as forced labor in any production activity, including cotton production. Spreading such rumor is to defame China."
President Trump is traveling to China today for a summit with the Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Ashley Hosney has the story for News Talk KZRG.
We can expect to see Secretary of State Marco Rubio traveling with the president, the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, the Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and Trade Rep Jamieson Greer. Rubio, of course, being the biggest surprise for everyone because he was sanctioned by China and banned back in 2020 for bringing up the Uyghur persecution. The president says the Iran conflict has changed the agenda by a lot ahead of the summit. The president also says Taiwan always comes up, and American farmers are on top of mind. They want the president to secure a deal where China will buy even more soybeans.
Well, the Department of War now requesting a $1.5 trillion budget for their annual defense budget.
This whopping $1.5 trillion budget request, a 44% increase from a year ago, nearly 5% of GDP, which is what President Trump is demanding of NATO allies. With the Iran war as a backdrop and concerns from lawmakers that the Pentagon is not being honest about what the war has cost so far. Last month, the Pentagon comptroller estimated that the war had cost $25 billion so far. Most experts and lawmakers say that the real cost is likely double or quadruple that because the $25 billion does not take into account replacing munitions and repairs of the 16 U.S. military bases which were hit by Iranian missiles and drones.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 61, 834 News Talk, KZRG.
A Carthage athletic trainer charged with child sex crimes.
53-year-old Ryan Palmer. He's accused of sexual contact with a student. Both Carthage schools and his employer, Mercy, issuing statements saying they're keeping patient and student safety top of mind. They're letting proper authorities handle that investigation after Palmer was booked into jail just a few days ago on a $50,000 bond. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
A shooting of a Missouri University running back.
Mizzou football is awaiting more information on the status of starting running back Ahmad Hardy after he was injured in a shooting early Sunday morning in Mississippi. According to University of Missouri Athletics, Hardy suffered a gunshot wound at a concert and later underwent surgery. He is currently listed in stable condition. Hardy is expected to play a major role in the Tigers' offense this season. No timeline has been announced for his return to the field. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net.
Sunshine 61, it's now 8:35 News Talk, KZRG.
Many years ago, the Joplin Regional Health Alliance was formed to connect the dots in the healthcare industry between hospitals, Missouri Southern, KCU Medical, and dental colleges, as well as Crowder College. Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien tells News Talk KZRG more healthcare facilities are joining our community's lineup.
For example, just last Friday, there's a groundbreaking for Pediatrics Plus, which is it's a unique style of creating kind of a farm environment for children that have certain disabilities and letting them interact with small animals and birds, and as well as giving them some additional skills.
John Bernthal returns as the Punisher.
Then God's going to forgive us for the things we've done.
The Punisher, One Last Kill is a new Disney Plus special co-written by and starring John Bernthal, based on the Marvel Comics character, The Punisher. The special follows Frank Castle as he tries to live without revenge and leave his vigilante past behind him, only to be pulled into a new war with a rising criminal empire. Bernthal reprises his role from Marvel's Daredevil Born Again following the cancellation of The Punisher in 2019. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
In local high school diamond action, Joplin used an early offensive explosion to soar past Nevada last night. Playing host to the Tigers at Joplin High, the Eagles wasted zero time finding their groove. With the bases loaded in the first, Brecken Green found the infield gap to drive in the first two runs of the contest. Just moments later, Jensen Stout kept the momentum rolling with a base hit that brought in two more. When the dust settled on the opening frame, the Eagles held a commanding 4-0 lead. and they never looked back, securing the 9-4 victory. Meanwhile, the Webb City Cardinals continue to be the hottest team in the area. The Redbirds cruised to their 12th consecutive win yesterday, sliding past the visiting Monette Cubs 13-3. The victory pushes the Cardinals to an impressive 24-4 on the season. Turning to the big leagues, it's a regional split on the schedule today. The Kansas City Royals are in the Windy City to kick off a series against the White Sox. First pitch from Chicago is set for 6:40. And the St. Louis Cardinals stay out west. They open a 3-game set against the Oakland A's tonight with the first pitch scheduled at 8:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of the City of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle. It's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation today or tonight than I was thinking yesterday. Clear morning, beautiful morning actually. Into the afternoon, lots of sunshine. We'll start to get a southwest breeze to kick up 80. Small chance of a passing shower, thunder shower tonight, 58. Sun back tomorrow, slightly cooler, 78. Sunny Thursday, 82. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine 61 in Neosho, 61 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Diamond, 61 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:39.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue, it's time to call the professionals.
At IPOC Electric, we handle residential and commercial electrical services. Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at IPOC Electric and iPocket.
Just one late night cookie.
A midnight snack for you? Harmless. But termites, they believe in the 24/7 snack. They never stop eating. Not at midnight, not in the morning, not while you're at work. And by the time you notice them, termites have likely already been there for months.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bugaway Pest Control. We are the area's experts on termites. Protect your biggest asset with a call to Bugaway Pest Control before those 24/7 snackers eat you out of house and home.
We're the only pest control company in the area to offer Centricon, the #1 brand in termite protection.
We also now offer financing. And of course, it comes with Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go.
Make sure your home or business is protected and get started on a termite inspection today at bugawaypc.com.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bugaway Pest Control.
You've got the logo, the brand colors dialed in, a Facebook page that doubles as your company's website. So why aren't more people choosing your new business? If you're at the starting line of a brand new business, stop asking, where do I start? Or how do I grow? And reach out to the branding experts at Zimmer Marketing. We'll capture professional headshots, craft a uniquely curated logo, Create a fully functional and engaging website, and we'll make sure people think of you as the top 1, 2, or 3 in your industry. That means the next time your audience is looking for their next option, when they're looking for a legitimate business that checks all the boxes, we'll make sure they see you as the option. We'll help you stand out. We'll help you be unforgettable. We'll help you plan for the future and secure an expanding market share through proven strategies and advertising solutions. Are you ready for a real marketing strategy with measurable results? Get started today with a branding system that works at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
And now it's time to Ask the Attorney with Webster and Carlton on News Talk KZRG.
We're live now with KZRG's Ask the Attorney, Webster and Carlton. Tom Carlton in the house. Tom.
Hello. Good morning.
As always, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tom, we had some questions from some listeners. They were wondering if one were to get injured on the job, they then go report it. But what happens if they need immediate medical attention on site?
If they need immediate medical attention on site, report it to your employer right away and give them the opportunity to send you for medical treatment. Report it, let the employer know, and really the employer has an obligation to get you some medical treatment. A lot of times what happens, though, is an individual may not need medical attention right away. They may need it a day or two later, or a week later. Their back injury just won't go away. And again, what you want to do is you want to report it to your employer and ask them to specifically authorize and send you to get medical attention. And here's the rub. If you don't get specific authorization and you just decide to go to the emergency room, you're going to get stuck with that bill. And that's what we want to avoid. Or you go get any medical attention without specific authorization, you're going to get stuck with those bills. Sometimes it just happens because you've asked the employer, maybe they are doing a quick investigation or something, and they're not willing to send you for medical treatment. At least if you've asked them and you've been denied, and then you go get treatment on your own because you feel like you need it right away, we then have a good chance of getting you reimbursed later.
And it's important, too, to keep track of all those receipts, right? The asking to be sent off, the medical receipts, all that.
Yeah, it's kind of like anything in life. I think the more well-documented you are, the better. So keep track of all your written correspondence. Today's day and age, of course, text messaging. A lot of people text message their employers, and sometimes they report injuries that way even. I wouldn't suggest that. I would still suggest you go in and fill out a written incident report, but a lot of times there's text messages between the employer or human resource individual and the injured worker as to sending them for medical attention or getting medical attention. So yeah, keep copies of all that.
Yeah. It's Tom Carlton with Webster and Carlton, KZRG's Ask the Attorney. They are specialists in all things workers' compensation. Tom, if people want to go visit you and get more potentially wallet-saving advice like this, where can they go?
We would love to have you come see us at 602 South Wall in Joplin. That's where our building is in Joplin. We also have an office in Springfield, Missouri, in Chesterfield Village, and we represent people in this whole area, all the way from all around the Joplin area, all around the Springfield area, even up close by Lebanon. Sometimes we even have Kansas. We represent people from Kansas City or closer to St. Louis. So we represent people in a wide array of Southwest Missouri and Mid-Missouri. But again, give us a call at our Joplin office or our Springfield office. Excellent. Or just stop in and see us.
Even better. Tom, we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much.
That was KZRG's Ask the Attorney with Webster and Carlton on News Talk KZRG.
Hey, Clay Travis here. Join me and Buck Sexton weekdays from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. You can depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be a terrific day today with lots of sunshine and the high near 80. Yeah, terrific. I thought I'd throw that out. Yeah, you like to pat yourself on the back and say how good you look and how perfect you are. Yeah, you like doing that.
I would never do that, Steve. But if you're going to pat me on the back and label today, i.e. a beautiful day, to be terrific, I won't deny it.
All right, I'll change it. It's going to be a nice day.
Oh, my goodness.
Then tonight, we've got a very slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm happening. It could be a passing storm. Hopefully it's not hitting a no-passing zone. Increasing clouds overnight, low down to 58. Then for tomorrow, sunny with a high, with a cool down to 78 instead of it being 80. Then 82 on Thursday, Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 88. Good day to go sunbathing on Sunday.
Sunbathing
not
on Sunday.
On Friday.
Oh, I know.
Although Sunday's looking pretty good, too. They're calling for a high of 87 and breezy on Sunday.
News Talk KZRG, we are teaming up with a national sweepstakes. Your chance to win $5,000 cold hard cash. Go to news.kzrg.com. Click on the contesting page. Get the details there. You have until the 19th to sign up, so 6 days from now. That's some quick math. All right, quick little update for you on what's going on in Ukraine. The war this weekend seemed like it was on the fast track to coming to an end. The United States, we had worked alongside Russia and Ukraine. We mediated a ceasefire between the two nations, and within hours of that ceasefire starting, Ukraine claimed that Russia broke the ceasefire by attacking them, and Russia claimed that Ukraine broke the ceasefire by attacking them. So it's a big old game of he said, she said.
Well, maybe the ceasefire is still holding then.
What do you mean?
Because they're both saying that the other one breached it, so maybe it's actually holding.
And they're both denying it. That's true. So if Russia said Ukraine did it and they say, no, we didn't, and the inverse is true, then in theory, both teams are saying, well, we didn't attack anyone.
Still
which
going on.
Means nobody attacked anybody. Isn't
so
that
then
lovely?
The ceasefire is still going on.
Man.
And day one is approaching.
All right. Now, here is kind of an interesting aspect of this. The United States, we were able to broker this temporary ceasefire, which, by the way, was one of the most prolific steps towards peace in that region that it has seen in really 4 years.
True.
So it looks like the United States might be the linchpin for bringing peace to that region. That was very famously a promise that Donald Trump issued in his campaign, that he would bring the war to an end on day one of 2028, perhaps, who knows. So the United States is really the one that is trying to garner peace in that region. And Russia made a very noticeable and important observation that from the U.S.'s perspective, it seems like the name of the game is to wrap this war up real fast, but that doesn't seem to be the name of the game for Russia or Ukraine, the two parties that are actually involved in this conflict.
No.
A spokesperson for the Kremlin, which is Russia's version of the White House, by the way, a spokesperson for the Kremlin said, quote, "It is clear that the American side is in a hurry, but the issue of a Ukrainian settlement is too complex, and reaching a peace agreement is a very long road with many complicated details," end quote. Russia is going to try to drag this out to the nth degree and bring this conflict to the ends of time. That seems to be what their plan is.
Maybe they're looking towards the first day of the next administration.
And honestly...
Or maybe for a little bit farther down the road, maybe the two-person down for the next
maybe
person, next two persons.
I don't even know if that would work though, because right now we have a Republican president, which tends, generally speaking, Republicans are no nonsense with the military,
right?
And Trump is the deal maker in chief, as he claims. So they don't want to do it with him. But if a Democrat becomes in charge, well, the Democrats were all in on defending Ukraine. They were all in on giving you and I's money in the 4 states over to some conflict that has nothing to do with us. So I don't even know if Russia would want to wait for a Democrat to get in charge either, because that's bad news for them.
But that would extend the war even longer, which apparently is what Russia wants.
Yeah, it would extend the war, possibly not in Russia's favor. What I think Russia is trying to do is extend the war until the American populace gets tired of it, until our attention, Americans, we have very short-term memory issues. We're on to the next thing. I think that they're waiting for us as a populace to get annoyed with it and pretty much just bug out of the situation, and then Russia could just completely steamroll Ukraine. Because let's be honest, the only thing keeping Ukraine alive right now is the United States of America. And thanks to Donald Trump, some of our European allies, because Trump forced our European allies to actually start paying their weight in this war.
Well, also they're trying to see if how long the Iran war is going to keep America's mind tied up.
Right. So I think Russia's trying to drag it out. I don't think they're trying to drag it out waiting for the next leader. I think they're trying to drag it out waiting for us to get bored with this war, to be perfectly frank.
I thought you were Ted, not Frank.
Boo. Which honestly, I'm just going to say it, this is going to be a very cold-hearted statement to make. I don't care. Not my war. Not the United States' war.
Shocking.
I know.
You don't care about the Russia-Ukraine war.
No, I don't.
My goodness, what's going on in this world?
What? Crazy. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't care. I've already lost interest. So, Russia can have it. Ukraine can have it. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. What are your thoughts, though? Text us at 417-782-1310.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran's old Ayatollah son, the gay Ayatollah, was named the Grand Ayatollah of Iran following his father's death. Well, no one has seen him since.
Say Ayatollah again.
Ayatollah.
Nice.
Again. Top analysts are confident that Mataba is either dead or so badly injured that he can't speak with or be seen by anyone. Maybe he's been thrown off the top of a building.
And then when that happened, they said, I told ya. Get it?
Number 2.
Eileen Wang was the mayor for Arcadia, California, but she stepped down and is being charged with secretly pushing pro-Beijing messaging at the directive of China during her time in office. She now faces up to 10 years in federal prison, along with a $250,000 fine. So they really are Californians.
Number 1.
Arrowhead Stadium is getting itself ready for the arrival of FIFA. The Chiefs have poured millions of dollars into altering their 53-year-old stadium to fit the field dimensions required by soccer's global governing body. And then they'll have to look for a new place to go play football for the Chiefs.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
The hantavirus situation. What are your thoughts on it? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, Chris Plant joining us at 9. And by the way, you still have a shot at winning $5,000 cash. News Talk KZRG, we're partnering with National Sweepstakes. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contesting tab, get all the details on how to enter. Good morning.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Cold fronts on the move, and typically this time of year, the fronts come through with some action. But no action with this front. I think even less precipitation.
Good morning, everyone.